how that goes. GTA's overtime for season 2 of Fortnite. I hope you enjoy Fortnite. I hope it's good for people that do enjoy it. Because oh yeah, it does work. It does work. It just means a much lower quality for the vertical stream. Interesting. Well, that's so weird. That's such a weird thing. I don't know if I like it. I might just stick to doing proper vertical streams. I mean, it's nice to have a horizontal YouTube stream again, but I mean, how do I switch to vertical? Is it only available on the... Is it only available if I'm on, like, my phone? I have no idea how you do this. Huh. We're getting Project Hail Mary a day early, is it? Is that really happening? That's pretty cool. I'm actually really excited to see that one. Oh no, I don't want to see that. That's not my video. Let me just go on my phone quickly. How the hell do I go in? No, don't talk. I don't want to hear me. How the hell do I go into vertical mode then? Huh. I actually have no idea how that works. How to view vertical YouTube stream on dual mode. Actually, I have no idea. I've not seen The Martian, no, but I heard it's a very good film, that, so... So someone says best practice schedule 2 separate live events. But that doesn't mean shit. I don't actually know how to even do it, but oh god, the YouTube's like bitrate is so low though. I need to change that. I need to fuck around with that a little bit. How the fuck do you do it then? How do you switch into vertical then? Huh. I actually have no idea. YouTube does have a higher bitrate if you want, but I'm using my normal stream bitrate, which is much lower, so that's why it's like saying that. YouTube, how to switch to vertical stream in YouTube dual stream mode. Fucking hell, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Okay. It's created it. Okay, I've created it now. But I don't get how you're supposed to view the other one. I guess it only shows up in, like, the vertical stream. I don't even know. I actually have no idea. I honestly have no idea. I have not a clue how that functions. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Wait, they're doing Jumanji 3? Really? They're doing a Jumanji 3? I thought, like, the first one was cool, but I don't know. I feel like... Was there a need for them to do, 2?
Hey, I was hoping you were gonna pick that one, because that means we're headed back to the Diamond Casino to rob another prize car. Same plan as before, and you haven't even heard the best bit. This used to be Al Di Napoli's car. You know, the actor. Do you have any idea how many times he's probably passed out in this thing? Yusuf's gonna pay out for this.
No, I'm not a fan of this dual thing. It doesn't, I have no idea how to view it. That's the problem. Wait, I can copy it. Wait. But no, that does the exact same thing. Mode, settings. Bro, I have no idea how you're even supposed to view the other one. You really like how Alex Wolf, the guy, turns into Dwayne? Yeah, like, wait, are they the kids adults now in the game, like in the real world now? Because they were kids in the first one, right? Are they like adults now, or is it like different kids? Because that's like almost like the Shazam issue where they're like the kids were becoming basically adults themselves, and it's like, Bro, I have no idea how you're supposed to how you're supposed to go into vertical at this point. I have no idea. I actually don't know. Like, I really want to go into like vertical to check it, but I legit can't figure it out. So have I always my stream? Yeah, I've been my streaming for years now, Kaylin. Like, this is just a new way of doing it, but I've never actually done this new dual system where like you stream in horizontal and it automatically makes a vertical stream. I have no idea how the fuck. Like, I need to watch a YouTube video on how like people actually view the vertical side of it. Because I've enabled it. It's in the settings, it's showing both. But I don't actually know how to find the vertical one, unless if it's only available in like... Maybe it's only available in like in the actual like shorts feed, I don't know. I mean, it's showing it. Yeah, I have no idea. I probably won't bother. I'll probably just do vertical properly because it's like high quality, but I mean, it's cool to use. It is cool to use, but definitely no reason to do it. Oh, but yeah, that's cool that they were in the in college though in that one. So that, okay, fair enough. Did I see what they do with Skate? Oh yeah, yeah, I saw about that island that's from like the tutorial. They're making it yeah, you gotta pay. You gotta either have the pass or you gotta have a daily pass to go there, which is, I think, really, I mean, it just goes to show the greed of EA, really. It's why I find it really funny when people criticize Rockstar, because like, I'm gonna be real, GTA's got one of the best monetization systems I've ever seen. Rockstar, to be like what annoys me about people when they criticize Rockstar, I'm like, bro, Rockstar's calm. Like, I've never had to pay for anything in this game. I've earned everything in the game for free. Whereas, like, Skate, you have to literally pay just to go to a fucking island. That's so fucked. I'm not as good as... Oh, no. See, Yassine's the king of that. Yassine can aim this thing like crazy. Companies, a lot of those companies are just greedy. They always have been, always will be. I mean, just look at EA with, like, football, for example, like FIFA and all that. Like, I'm fine with shark cards on GTA because I've never had to buy them. Like, how many people have actually bought shark cards here? Like, elite, you know, like, how many people have actually bought them? And then on top of that, how many people have bought them more than once? And I bet you most people have bought them max of once or twice. And even then, I doubt many people, when you think about, like, the people here at least.
What's your problem, man? Back up.
The people that come to this stream are usually people that want to grind and make money themselves.
What the hell are you doing?
You're not authorized to be
I don't remember doing this mission, so...
Watch out! What the hell?
Will I get the Black Flag remake? I probably will buy the Black Flag remake. I just don't know when. And poor Joe and Dean are addicted to FIFA. Dean, the funny thing about Dean is he hates it. He hates being addicted to FIFA. He always tells me, he's like, I wish I wasn't. As for Joe, I don't think Joe really cares as much. I think Joe will play it, but he doesn't like go his way to like buy it and spend lots of money on it.
What do you think you're doing? Hey, what's going?
If you're a real big sports fan, I can see why they get addicted to it, because it's a way to kind of just live out your fantasy, I suppose. You know, like, it's the same reason I play games like Europa and Victoria. I love living out the fantasy of being a king or a prime minister or a president or whatever, and, like, you know, leading your people to success. The same thing's true, I suppose, of football. You know, you want to lead your club to success. Take a club that's not very good and bring it up, or take your, you know, the club that you support and make it even better. Especially for someone like Dean, because Tottenham unfortunately is not the best. What are you doing, you donut? What are you doing? Why was Buddy sliding? This calm down, please. This thing's so loud. Oh my god, it's so loud. Ugh. Oh, strange addictions. Yeah, there's some people unfortunately have very unfortunate addictions, and yeah, they are really some of them are not great at all to have. I wouldn't want to have some of those addictions. Yeah. Drinking a gallon of gasoline a day, Jesus. Gasoline sounds horrible to drink. Now this guy's got a quick response time. Sorry. Oh, great vehicle. Alright, that was a fun mission. Other than the fact I had no idea what I was doing. I think it's the first time I've done that mission there. I can't lie, these aren't the missions I want to do, but I gotta do them. I can only do 3 a week, so I've got to maximize my potential here and do 3 a week. But the other ones, I can just grind them. Like the FIB jobs, I could just grind them out non-stop for a week if I wanted to, but yeah. Eating glass. He would sit there and eat. Oh. Eating glass sounds horrible. At least if you're gonna eat glass, get those specific like breakable glasses that designed to break at least, not like real glass.
All right, I'll get the uniforms and van cleaned up once you've dropped them off. It'll all be looking super profesh when you're ready to report for duty. Get it? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done, I swear.
Yeah. Nah, still, I wouldn't want to eat glass that's, even if it does break apart easy, I'd want to eat, like, fake glass. He ate sugar glass, did he? See, sugar glass isn't too bad. I mean, I still won't eat it, but... I still won't eat it anyway, but... You know, at least it's not real glass. Playing with shower hair from a drain. A red BF club. I like how he says the flamingo part. Like, bro, I'm not looking for the flamingos. I'm looking for the red BF club. That's a little bit more easy to see, especially a red one. A red one is pretty... should be pretty easy to see, saying that. Saying that. Not seen it yet. It won't be up here, will it? Nah. See, I've seen them use these buildings for missions, even though they're not, like... finished. I really like this area of the map, but I just wish it was bigger. Like, I think another 50% size would be really, really good. They're making it hard. You would think I would see it from a mile away. Now it's right there. It's under the tree. That's why I didn't see it. That's why. That's a dilettante. That's a dilettante. Damn, they put a dilettante out there specifically to screw people. Damn, that's so messed up. It's probably hidden underneath something. It is a red BF club, yeah. Yeah, red BF club. I mean, actually, the big brain play would be to make it so that the vehicle doesn't spawn unless if you're like right near it. Flying over would be enough. I'd probably pick the worst time to not wear my glasses because I can't lie, a lot of this is blurry as shit. Yes, maybe I should go get them. Yeah, I should go get them. Because I can't see shit. I can't see shit, bro. It's just so fucking blurry. I refuse to give in. I'm going to find this fucking BF club with my blurry ass eyes if it's the last thing I do. I will find it. I am not putting my glasses on. I'm not doing it. I refuse. I will fucking find it. I will spend... Oh. I should have just used the rocket. Yeah, that would make more sense. There we go, found it. Ah, it's probably that tree. I didn't see under that damn tree. Yeah, I should have used the rocket from the get-go. It was a matter of principle. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to accept it.
Is he home? See if he knows anything about keycards.
In toilet paper. Toilet paper's not so bad. I'm gonna... Yeah, toilet paper's not that bad. I mean, I wouldn't be very nice, like, texture-wise, but I mean... At least it breaks up. At least it breaks up in your, like, with the water and that. I don't think it's the worst. Yo, can we have that 1,000? Yeah, that's a bit messed up. We're not taking the 1,000 with us. That's free money right there. I like the flamingos though, very nice. Very very Sims 1-esque. You know, that's the kind of shit I'd put in my Sims 1 garden. Outside, I always used to have flamingos. Every time I made a house in Sims 1, always flamingos. God, I miss Sims 1. What a great game that was. A video of a girl likes collecting cockroaches. I mean, I could get behind that, you know? Cockroaches are pretty fun to collect. I don't know, I think cockroaches are quite friendly little critters. You think the funniest moment of you and your friend watching The Boys is the one moment Popclaw and Landlord? But now, like, I don't know, I think cockroaches are quite nice. I would definitely have a little colony of them if I had if I own like spiders or something, yeah, 100% I'd have a little colony of cockroaches. They're pretty easy to reproduce, so. Speaking of which, I need to go and feed my my ants because it's coming to March now, so my ant colony needs its first feed. So I need to find some food for them. I think I've got some honey. I think I've got some honey somewhere from last year, so I need to get that. Apparently, there's no snakes in Ireland, isn't it? I actually have no idea about Ireland, to be honest with you. Because in the UK we have snakes, but I've never actually thought about Ireland. I imagine they surely should have some. They must have some snakes over there. Why you got that? What, the ant farm? Because I like ants. I really like ants. I think ants are very fascinating little critters. They're extremely intelligent for what they are, and they work together so well. It's actually quite. I'm very envious actually of ants, how well they work together. They're able to take such such small size and build such amazing structures by working together. It is quite remarkable. So I like to have a little colony that I started about 3 years ago, and they've grown to probably about 100+ ants now. I don't know, I've not counted them, obviously. I need to expand it, though. I need to add some more, because it's coming to the 3rd year now, so yeah, I need to start actually adding more, stuff to their, nest. I need to actually have some more tubes, some more, places for them to nest, maybe some extra structures. Because they're kind of outgrowing their current nest. I should probably get some more. When eventually I get around to it, because I also need to water them. I need to mist the enclosure a little bit ready, because they're still inside their nest at the moment, but they've not really gone into the outworld much. So I need to mist it a little bit, get the humidity back up, and then put some new water tubes in so they got some water to drink. Oh, I should have just gone through the front. Why did I run around the back? They'll bite. What, the ants? Are you talking about the ants, Kalen, or? Why is there a rabbit just jumping along in the city? What? Alright. The ants. Oh, they don't bite. I mean, they do, but you can't feel them. They're, Lasius niger and ants, specifically the European variety, I suppose, the British European variety of them. And so yeah, they don't really bite. They do, but you can barely feel it. If you do feel it, it's more like a tickle. And ants actually, typically when ants get you, it's mostly they sting you more than anything. Like fire ants, for example, they sting you like wasps, because ants and wasps and stuff are all quite related. They're closely related. They diverged once upon a time, long time ago. They diverged, but yeah, they're very closely related, wasps and ants. So they both sting you typically if they, yeah, if you get injured by them, it's usually a sting, not a bite. Bigger ants can have bigger bites, obviously, that can hurt, but Lasius niger don't. Or Lasius niger. They're pretty calm. They're very aggressive ants, don't get me wrong, like, you know, they're just a common black ant that you see in the UK. They don't seem very aggressive, but they will. If they find another colony, they will fuck it up. Like, they're not to be trifled with. As a human, not worried at all. If I was another ant, I'd be terrified, yes. If I was a small insect or something, I'd be absolutely terrified, because they are very territorial, and they will aggressively hunt down other threats to them. Your favorite bug is stick bugs, weird creatures. They are. I love stick insects. I would love to have some of my own. You need to move to the UK. There's no fire ants. There are red ants in the UK. Don't get me wrong. There definitely are red ants, which I suppose would be your fire ants, but they're not super common. Like, I've not seen a red ant in years. I've not seen a red ant probably for about 10 years now. Typically, the black ants absolutely destroy them. They just absolutely destroy their environments, their nests. So as long as you have lots of black ant colonies, you'll never have an issue. And no, like you could be bitten by millions of these little things, and they shouldn't hurt you. The only time they could hurt you is if they get to like your eyes and stuff. But even then, like, you're probably not going to get hurt from that. You'd be very hard pressed to get injured by UK black ants. So one of the benefits of being in the UK is very little things can hurt you. You know, when you're playing outside in the garden, I know in places like Australia, you get taught from a very young age, don't leave your shoes out, don't put your hands in dark places you can't see, all this different stuff. And I imagine it's probably the same in America to some extent. You know, be careful in certain areas of, you know, black widows and stuff like that. In the UK, there's nothing that can really hurt you, to be honest with you. You know, like ants. You can get bitten by red ant or stung by red ants, but again, not gonna hurt you too much. We don't really have dangerous bees or hornets. You know, we do have some hornets, and we obviously have lots of wasps, normal wasps. Though they're probably the most aggressive things you'll find in the UK. We only have one venomous snake, which is very reclusive, very rare. You find that. Again, not really any dangerous spiders, like any native dangerous spiders. I think the worst is probably the false widow, but that's about it. If you're a healthy person, you should be fine. Yeah, it's quite a safe place when you think about it. Bed bugs are an FTA insect, ticks too. Definitely bed bugs. Yeah, bed bugs can all be nuked for I care. I hate bed bugs. Absolute vile things. Yeah, the only issue with the UK is the weather. Yes, if you're used to having sunny or dry weather in the you know, different places around the world, yeah, coming to the UK is the worst thing you could do. Like, it was only until I think early March we had rain every single day since the beginning of the year. Like every single day since the 1st of January until like the 1st of March or something, we had rain every single day. Fucking atrocious. And we'll still not have enough water by the end of the year, so we'll still be having a ration of water with the hosepipe bans and stuff in the end of the summer. It's a joke. Oh no, I couldn't imagine having bed bugs. I'm so thankful that they are in the UK, unfortunately, but typically as long as you're not traveling, if you travel a lot, yeah, you'd have to be a little bit more wary about, you know, where you put your bags and stuff. But yeah, even Spain, you saw they had bad weather. I'm not sure about Spain at the moment. It wouldn't surprise me. I know there's been a lot of bad weather coming in from across the Atlantic. So yeah, your biological mum, not gonna say why shouldn't your mum now. Yeah, you don't have to tell us, Caitlin. You haven't got to tell us at all. But she had them in her parents' house, and they didn't really take care of everyone. They got arrested having bed bugs in their parents' house. Yeah, you have to be very careful. That's a very good point though. Yeah, if you have like, people should really keep on top of stuff like that. I know they're very hard. Like, I know they're very difficult to get rid of. I get that, especially because a lot of them are becoming resistant to, you know, typical treatments. But yeah, you should definitely try to stay on top of that. You know, hire out an exterminator or you know, someone like that if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, oh yeah, you're kind of fucked then. In the UK, it's almost always covered on home insurance. If you have parasites or anything like that in the house, infestations. So if we ever got like bed bugs, I'm pretty sure my home insurance covers that. But yeah, it's always worth having. I mean, the home insurance is so cheap in the UK. Like I pay about $250, and that's like the best, fullest one you can possibly have. So I get everything I need. So yeah, if I ever get like an infestation or something, I'm pretty sure I can just ask them to deal with it. You feel something weird in bed, you jump out and check your bed for 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I do that, and I've not even been traumatized by bed bugs, so... you know, I still do it myself. But yeah, Kaden, honestly, Kaden, you haven't got to say anything. You never have to tell anyone anything you don't want to tell. It's part of consent, isn't it? You know, it's like the same thing, you know, if you don't consent with it, if you don't consent to your stuff being, you know, your story being told, then that's that. It's as simple as that. So you haven't got to say anything, Caitlin.
What's up?
All right. So, where are we going now? Is there another one on the map somewhere? I need to do it. I don't see anything. Wait. Oh no, that was the phone box. Although I do need to do assassination missions as well, so let me just quickly do an assassination mission. Maybe they'll spawn... Oh, maybe they'll spawn one in after that. Assassinate a target, but what with, though? Alright, what with? Pursue the target in a police car until they crash their vehicle. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. Is there a police car here? No. I was gonna say there should be a police car there, but they've not spawned one in. Where's another police station? Over here. Police station over here. Yeah, there's assassinations online. They have been for about 4 years now, actually. I think since 2021. Nope, no police car there. Fine, I'll just call 911.
Hello, this is 911. What emergency service do you require?
Oh, they told me where a police car is. Well, I guess I'll go and get that. I do think it takes away some of the fun by having them automatically source you one. I do think it's more fun when you got like use your brain, but obviously this is 2026. I mean, let's be real. Let's be 100 on that. GTA 6 is probably going to have to feed everything to everyone through a straw because of how people's brains have rotted from AI, so yeah, that should be fun. I miss the old days with the old GTAs where you had to really think about stuff, you know, if you needed to do something, if you needed a certain vehicle, you had to find it, you know, by yourself, and it was a challenge sometimes, but my god, was it such a great achievement when you figure it out. Like, one of my favorite things is, going back to Majora's Mask, doing Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask with no guides. And especially if you want to do all the masks with no guides. Now that is a real challenge right there. Doing every single mask, getting the fierce deity mask with no guides. Bloody hell. In Majora's Mask. Whew, that is crazy. GTA 6 is probably gonna have the option, can you not do this mission? Do you want to turn on easy mode or something? Yeah, they probably will. They probably will. But see, I'm fine with that because I do think it is nice that people can play the games, even if they're terrible. Because there's so many people out there who are absolutely terrible at video games, and you know, I'm glad that they can still play them. The explosion started you. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it either, to be honest with you. I didn't expect it just to happen out of the blue like that. That was nuts. That was nuts. What in the world?
The funny thing is, the dream guy in her head wouldn't even step over.
I need to go in here anyway. I realized that this is the one that I keep forgetting about. It's in here. It's in the toilets.
Play around.
If this game had RDR2's gore, their head would be across the street. What do you think GTA 6 will have gore? What do you think? It's harder for them to justify it in GTA 6 than in Red Dead. You know, Red Dead is a historical thing, whereas GTA is kind of a Monday thing, but I do wonder. Plus, GTA 6 does look better than Red Dead. Like, Red Dead looked great, but that's a 2018 game, you know, that's an old game now. GTA 6, on the other hand, looks amazing. So... yeah, I think they'll do some slight stuff, but I don't see them having, you know, being able to blow people's heads off with shotguns like in RDR2. I do like that. I'm not gonna lie, I do love that, but I'm like, no, I don't know if they can get away with that with GTA 6, especially shit people will be posting online. Like, could you imagine that with people driving around, like, targeting certain people on online, on single player and stuff, and put videos up on online? No, I don't know. All it would take is one Donnie finding someone with an LGBT pin on them, and then like, yep, let me go and assassinate that person. I can already tell you. So I think it's probably best that they don't have that level of gore. Just in case. Yeah. It would be cool, but I just think that, you know, people will ruin it. Even if they did do it, they'd probably patch it out within the first month. I think that's it, right? This is when they do have it and we're like completely stumped. We're like, wow. Like, imagine if it actually did have something like that. Although, to be fair, chainsawing someone in half is difficult. Like, the chainsaw goes through flesh quite well, but then it hits the bone, and then it's not as good against bone. It'd take a little bit of time and effort to do it. But, I mean, chainsawing someone's intestinal tract over the floor, yeah. That could work. Still, though, again, I just think that, you know, people... I can already tell you how people are going to be. Like, as soon as the game comes out, I already know. First shit we'll see on TikTok is... I killed a bunch of LGBT people. I killed a bunch of black people. I can already see it. I can already fucking see it. That's the type of shit that people do. It's so sad. Like, whereas I'm going to be on GTA, like, actually playing the game, having a good time, having a laugh, you know, enjoying myself, enjoying a new map that we've not had, you know, enjoying the first Vice City that we've had in over 20 years. 24 long, painful years we've waited. There are children. Actually, most people in this stream were born after Vice City came out. So, there are, like, that's the thing. Like, there are literal children who have grown up and become adults and are now entering mid-20s, will be entering mid-20s between the last Vice City and this one. So... it's crazy to me to think that, you know, this is the first Vice City in fucking 24 years, man. 24 years. And it's a complete different experience. It's a complete... like, we're going from one of the smallest GTAs to... We went from Vice City being one of the smallest GTAs in terms of size of the map to being one of the largest, if not the largest. I mean, it probably will be the largest. Actually, it will be the largest. What am I saying? Probably for it will be the largest GTA game. So Vice City going from the smallest, or one of the smallest, to the largest is insane to me. And I'm so glad actually that they did San Andreas before they did Vice City, because originally I wanted Vice City when GTA 5 came out. I wanted 5 to be Vice City, but I'm glad that it actually went the other way around. So we're gonna get this huge map for Vice City. But I'm kind of sad about GTA 4's map now, because like, well, Liberty City's never got like a true New York scale map, which is very sad. Yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Y'all weren't there for GTA 4, only me and Ryan played it day one. Thankfully, a lot of people that a lot of my people, obviously my age group, I've got loads of people that I'm looking forward to talking to a lot of them, because like, you know, it'll be fun. It'll be so fun to play with, to like talk to them and see what they're saying about this game after so many years. So many people from my age group that, yeah, I mean, we haven't talked about GTA in probably 5-10 years now. 5 to 10 years, some of us. So I'm very excited to actually talk to them again about it. This is going to be the most discourse-heavy game since Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, it's going to be very... I can see now it's going to get a lot of shit from people talking about how it's woke and all that. I already know. I already fucking know. Even if it's not woke, quotation marks, let's be real. Everyone's going to be, oh, it's not, it's woke, it's woke. Trying to get fucking views and shit on YouTube. I hate that shit. But, yeah, it is what it is. We need New York State. I would love for them. I don't really know if I want them to go back and remake Liberty City now. I would rather they just take Liberty City and stick it into a bigger state. Like, take the GTA 4 one, update it a bit, stick it into, like actual, like, put all the land around it, and then just pretend it was always there. That's how I look at it. Like, when I'm playing in GTA 4, I don't envision it as being a bunch of islands in the middle of the ocean. I envision it being connected to the mainland. So I like to envision that Alderney is just like endless suburbia after that. You know, and the reason it's not in the game is just purely because it's not important to Nico's story. Like, Nico doesn't need to know about all these suburban parts of New Jersey. You know, he doesn't need to do that. He never needs to go to any of those. None of the characters need to go into suburban New Jersey. So that's why, that's how I look at it, is that beyond that, it's just a bunch of, you know, it's just a bunch of endless roads and streets. And they could do that. They could just stick it into a big, massive, you know, countryside. I mean, I see the same thing with GTA 5 even. Like, I mean, I don't just view it as an island on its own. I mean, I think of it as like, it's southern San Andreas. Northern San Andreas connects to the highway somewhere around Palito Bay, and then there's a whole northern San Andreas, and then there's like Nevada and all that to the east. And yeah, that's how I view it. In my head, it's all connected. It's just that the characters don't have an interest in any of those areas, so they don't, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind in a way. They don't need to go to any of these places, so it doesn't even register on their maps in a manner of speaking. So that's how I view it as well with GTA 4. It's not it's not 3 islands. Obviously, Algonquin is an island, and Broker as well, and all that is just an island. But I like to imagine that Alderney goes off, you know, and connects to the mainland. And then what's that place up in where the Bronx? What's the Bronx one called again? Bohan. Yeah, I just couldn't remember that. I like to think that Bohan also connects up into, like, you know, as it does in New York, where the Bronx connects up into northern New York State. That's how I like to envision it. Same with 30 or 2. Oh, same with RDR2. I mean, to be fair, you could go to you know, like borders as we know them today were nowhere near as like restricted. You could go into Mexico. There was lots of easy places to get into and out of Mexico. The only reason it doesn't happen in Red Dead Redemption 2 is just because it's not important for the characters. There's literally no need for any of the characters to go to Mexico. The only reason John even goes to Mexico in RDR1 is because he needs to go after Javier. He doesn't, if he doesn't need to go there, there's no point having it there. Although I would like to have just had it for the online more than anything, but yeah. Yeah. But in terms of storyline, yeah, John doesn't ever need to go there. He doesn't even go to New Austin in like, in theory, he doesn't even go to New Austin in RDR2. Like, that was a retcon, because in Red Dead Redemption 1, he says that he never went to New Austin before. So, yeah, that was more of a retcon in Red Dead Redemption 2. Even, to be fair, Caitlin, even in like even like 20, 30 years ago, it was very normal for people to go across the border. Like, it used to be very normal for migrants to travel across the border, work on American farms in the summers, and then, you know, and then when it's like, you know, all the time when they need to do all the farming, and then they would go back across the border when the season was off, and then they would live, you know, see that, you know, obviously go back to their families, and they would live there. And it's actually kind of ironic, because one of the reasons why migration in America is actually, you know, increased, like having more immigrants there, like illegal immigrants there permanently, was because when the borders were strengthened, people couldn't do that as much. Back in the day, it was, as I said, it was very easy. Going across the border was very easy, so going back was easy. But the problem with today is, like, with how difficult it is now, no one wants to risk going back and forth. So typically, if people come across, it's permanent. So actually, in theory, if you make the borders more porous, people would be more likely to go back in the off season instead of staying. So it's ironic in a way that by making the borders stronger, they've actually made it so that you got more immigrants, you got more permanent immigrants, rather than just having people that would be seasonal workers. So kind of ironic that. Side note, this Spider-Man trailer for a trailer bullshit is so annoying. Oh, is it those like stupid Instagram videos where like they always look really shit because the CGI is really off? Like the one where he jumps off a building and the back of the suit like kind of molds up to meet the mask, and then he just jumps off and there's like no physics. It just looks really weird. That's one of the clips I saw and I was like, this looks terrible. I don't know why they would show off the CGI, to be honest with you. Like, they should show off maybe the scenes where like they're talking or something, because I'm not gonna lie, MCU CGI nowadays is absolute shit. Like, Amazing Spider-Man had amazing CGI. How the fuck have they gone backwards? How have they gone from Amazing Spider-Man tier CGI with like the swinging to whatever the fuck they do in the new Spider-Man films, where it just looks like he's floating? I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Man, this car is something special, you know? What a history. Almost a shame we gotta put it next to a whole lot of raw sewage.
The Rock posted on Instagram a 2-pack. A 2-pack? How the fuck is bro with 2-pack? It's the 5-second clips that make it hard not to focus on. True. In the actual film, it would look, well, you wouldn't notice it as much because you're too busy like focusing on the actual like action. But yeah, they need to do something about the clips, because like, yeah, it looks bad on those. If you're gonna show clips, at least like up the CGI of those clips. Oh, just the music. I was gonna say, how the fuck's 2-pack there?
And boom! Alright, all the high rollers should be ankle deep in sewage by now. This is one of the many reasons I always bring an extra pair of pants to the casino. I'm gonna call the Diamond and tell them that the sanitation department, aka
Oh, I should probably, I don't really need to do the bonus objectives in this, to be honest with you, because I've already done them, so... I just need to complete them. So, I'm not gonna bother. I almost said Euro for a second there. Hey, hey, Lewis, how you doing? I don't like how it's still part of my vocab. One sec. Ooh. You wonder what has the most Fortnite skins? That's a good question, actually. That's good to hear, Lewis. I'm doing alright, thank you. I'm just chilling. I'm just doing submissions for my my grind. My usual grind.
What's up? Come on in. Okay, I'll help you get in character. I got a friend here.
We need to make a new phrase. I 100% agree. We really need a new year. Like, we need to find something that's like short and sweet, sounds good, rolls off the tongue. You know, it's difficult. Caitlin, no, you sound like a racist impersonating a rap song. Oh my god.
Later.
Oh my god. That's funny. Wait, is Henry Danger trying to imitate a racist? Who's Henry Danger, by the way? But yeah, no, Euro is good, but yeah, we need to find something more long term, I feel. Oh, it's a Nickelodeon show. Damn, Nickelodeon moving mad then. Kratos will return. I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't come back in for Kratos. I mean, partly because I have arthritis anyway. I literally can't play Fortnite anymore because my arthritis, it really hurts when I do it. So, even if I wanted to play Fortnite, I can't. Oh, pork chops and rice. I love that you're making it so late in the day, Lewis. Like, it's like almost, what, midnight? No, it's past midnight, actually. And I love that you're making that now. You've been sat on Xbox for hours. What have you been doing on Xbox? What have you been playing? Anything good? GTA 5, I hope.
What'd I tell you, huh? It's a long
Minecraft.
way down, but it'll land you right
Acceptable.
in the bottom.
I'll accept that answer.
Time to break out the rappels.
You have RDR2 open, Caitlin. You're not playing it. Why are you not playing it? You just like enjoying the vibe. I used to do that in Red Dead Redemption 2. I used to leave it open, just sit in the camp and let the world go by. Trying to build an auto sorter for your items for hours. Oh, that sounds fun. I really need to figure out and finish the server for our Minecraft because I really want to have like the stream server, but
Oh, shit. Is that the alarm already?
I never got around to finishing it.
The intel is right about this gas. You have like seconds before it turns on. Get your gas mask on and find that car.
Oh, you're talking here. Damn, you're putting Red Dead off to talking here. I appreciate that. That's dedication, Caitlin. I think Caitlin should win a community award next year. Or this year, I guess. You're bored of Red Dead Redemption 2? Gotta play something else then. It's fun until it's done and doesn't work. Yeah, that's always the worst part, is when you put a lot of time into something it doesn't work. But then again, saying that, I do enjoy the challenge of figuring out why it doesn't work. No snacks available? Damn, I've not got any snacks. Will AF be in the next one, considering what he did? I don't know. I honestly don't know yet. That'll be something that we'll have to think about closer to the time. Now, that will literally be... Probably we'll have to put it to a vote to see what everyone says. Like, if other people want him in it, we'll do it. But if people don't, we won't. You'll test after you cook. Yeah, no worries, bro. No, honestly, bro, go get some food going. You need it. Fucking eyes, bro. Ah. You're thinking of an RTX mod for it? For a Max Payne 3? Yeah, you should do, Caitlin. Do it. Why not? You've already played it once and you don't. Well, maybe try finding a game you've not played before and then try that. You say now for this year because he's not been around for most of it. Yeah, I mean, that is true. He'll only be out of the jail. He'll only be out of the jail, like, right towards the end of it, so... He's got at least another so many months. At least it'll mean there'll be some fresh options. There'll be some new, maybe some new faces in it, you know? That'll be nice. Oh my god, there's a lot of police. 3 pork chops, rice, and a fuck ton of veg. Been eating so good recently. Oh, that's good to hear, man. Like, it seems like a lot of people eating good recently. You know, trying to stay fit and healthy. Love to see it. You wonder if you'll finally get something. You never know, you might. Just gotta keep your, I mean, you almost got a few. I'm pretty sure, anyway. I can't remember the results now, to be honest with you. What about the Big Arch? The Big Arch is pretty good, yeah. I like the Big Arch. It's a great product. As the McDonald's CEO said. LA Noire would be a nice second playthrough. Do LA Noire then. Oh, you don't have one yet. You haven't got a copy of it. Yeah, you're kind of screwed then if you don't have a copy of it yet. I'm sure it'll go on sale. I'm sure there'll be a spring sale. I'm pretty sure Steam will have a spring sale soon if you want to pick it up then. That's one thing I will say about Steam's very good at. They always have good sales. I'm not a fan of the Weevil. It's a bit slow. A bit clunky. You know the one game I actually really want to buy on Switch? I'm not gonna joke, I'm not lying about this. GTA 5. If they drop GTA 5 on the Switch 2, I'm gonna pick it up. I already have it obviously on Steam Deck, but there's a part of me that's just like, bro, I'm a sucker for it. I gotta pick it up on Switch 2. I gotta do it. Escape the casino in 1 minute. Oh well. Well, salvage it. Korea. So we're at businesses. So Chop Shop. We are at 1.5 out of 2.5. So after this, we should be at 1.7. So I'm closing in on the salvaging side, but the sales side is pretty bad. The 781 out of 10 million. Oh my god. That's such a lot of work. Alright, so we've done the 3 Chop Shops for this week, so I don't have to think about that again now. Beautiful. Alright, what's the next one to do? So I can either do Agents of Sabotage. Great. Or I can do Bounty Hunter. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say it. I hate to say it. Bounty Hunter. 100% Bounty Hunter. Let's do it. They'll get at least 5 million sales on Switch 2. They probably would get, over the lifetime of the Switch 2, they could probably get themselves another 10 to 15 million. 100%. If they dropped a Switch 1 version, yeah, that shit would sell like crazy. But even a Switch 2 version would be very, very big sales over the lifetime. There's a lot of people out there that would love to replay the game on handheld. There's also a chance it might end up looking, perhaps actually, you know what's funny actually, thinking about it, if they put the time in, the Switch 2 version could end up looking better than the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series version, purely for the fact that it uses DLSS instead of FSR. Because the PS5 and the Xbox Series versions, they use FSR 1, which is very old and very, very, very low end, to say the least. It's fine, but you definitely notice the artifacting when you play the game, at least I do. Whereas the Switch 2 version, if they did it right, yeah, it would use DLSS 2, or not DLSS, whatever version they use on the Switch 2, so that shit in theory would look better if they did it right. It's an old game as well, so it's not like it's going to push the console that much. FSR 1 is awful, so is FSR 2. I wouldn't say they're awful, they're just not, you know, they're just not obviously as good as what an AI-based upscaler would look like. So obviously DLSS 2 onwards and FSR 4 onwards. But they're fine. Like I've never had an issue with either of them. Like this game is right now, while I'm playing GTA 5 right now, is running FSR 1, and most people aren't going to notice it, unless if like you specifically look for it. Like I notice it when I'm playing stunt races mostly, because you can see it. You see the artifacting on the very big bright stunt tracks. But if you ask someone, oh, how does this look? Most people are going to say it looks great. You know? I think it's definitely overblown how much people shit on FSR 1 and 2. But obviously DLSS and FSR 4 would look better. So I do think the Switch 2 one could, in theory, end up looking better than the PlayStation one. Just depends if Rockstar care. I mean, this is Rockstar. They probably won't care. They probably will just slap. They probably won't even use DLSS on it. They'll probably just slap in the most basic. No, knowing them, they'd probably just port over FSR. They'll do the most basic fucking work they can possibly do.
Y'all right?
But hey, I'd still buy it. I mean, you know, give me something to play on the Switch 2 on handheld mode, which would be quite fun. Brock Thompson is back, is he? Oh, that's good. Sabrina Gray. Have I done Little Prince? I've done Bo. Have I done Little Prince? Also, that is a crazy name. Little Prince and Sabrina Gray. Have I done those two? Bottom dollar bounties. I need to look. So, Little Prince. I've done Little Prince. Ah, Sabrina Gray. I've not done Sabrina Gray. Excellent. Excellent. All right, we're going to hunt her down then. Rockstar and Care don't belong in the same sentence. I think they definitely...
You're feeling classy today, huh?
They definitely care about, like,
Embezzlement
their
to bring
main
to the
games.
heights of the LS Elite? Why
Like,
do they always embezzle from the
They
charities?
definitely care
All these
about their
banks
main
they
brand new
steal from,
game.
and they
Everything
want
else
the
doesn't matter to them, though.
donations from the Hugs for
Like,
Veterans Fund
GTA
instead.
6, yeah, that shit, they give a shit about GTA 6. Everything else is just, like, side content to them. They're like, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. You know, we'll stick it out. Although I will say Red Dead Redemption 1 actually ended up being really good when they re-released that. I will say, although that wasn't Rockstar, it was another company that worked on that. I will say Red Dead Redemption 1 ended up being really fucking good. Like, visually, that game ended up being way better than I thought it was going to end up looking. Piers Morgan posting MBJ winning with a pic of them together and glazing the captions. Piers Morgan just wants anything that makes him look good, to be fair to him. Piers Morgan's a glory hunter. Isn't Double Eleven now owned by Rockstar? I swear they bought them. Which was probably a really good purchase considering that Rockstar has a ton of old games that they need to remaster and remake. Hey Rockstar, hey, maybe you'd like to remake or at least remaster the two Stories GTA games, you know, Liberty City and Vice City Stories. You know, maybe you'd want to do that. That'd be nice. Because as of right now, the only way to officially play those two games is either owning a PSP or a PS2. Or I guess a PS3 that can support PS2 games. That's the only official ways to play those games. So it would be nice if those two games got re-releases. Wouldn't it, Rockstar? Wouldn't it be lovely? I guess you can play Liberty City Stories on mobile, to be fair. But Vice City Stories... Yeah, that game... that game's lost to time. So that would be lovely, Rockstar, yeah? Still no GTA 4 remaster. From what I've read, the Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to come this year. That's what the noise is saying at the moment in the leaking community.
Keep a cold beer for me.
Well, they need to re-release the Stories games. That's something they should do. That's something they should focus on. Those games are some of the best as well. Like Vice City Stories, you can literally build a business empire. I love that you can build buildings. You can literally choose 3 levels of each business type. It's so cool.
No surprise, she's a materialist. So maybe if you start smashing her shit up, it might just piss her off enough that she come out. Just watch out for any security.
Oh. Oh, they have a CCTV camera there? I didn't even notice that. Nice. I'm not on no CCTV. Oh my days. Came towards me. Jesus. You've been playing Saints Row 3 and it's fire. Saints Row 3 is a good game, yeah. Saints Row 3 is a really fun Saints Row. It's very different from Saints Row 2, though. I like both Saints Row 2 and 3, even though they're very different games.
What's your fucking problem?
I'm fine with both of them. I know some people swear by one or the other, but I love both of them personally. I wish that they would go back and continue from that direction, but they won't.
Start something with me?
Out of here! You can't be around here! What the fuck?
It's funny you can do terrorist level gunfights to bring someone in. Oh yeah, like in this in the GTA universe, you can use any level of force you want to bring in the bad guys. But we're the only ones to do it. No one else ever brings this level of heat.
Hey, if she's not moving, you could cut the power. Mark my words, she won't stay in there for long. Not without her home comforts.
You couldn't get in Saints Row 3, Kellen, really? I would say try Saints Row 2 if you're not into Saints Row 3, but I mean, Saints Row 2 runs like shit. Even with like the mods and stuff that help it. That game really needed to be re-released, but they never did it, the scumbags. They lied to a dying man saying that they were going to finish it. Literally, the guy who worked on it for so long, he died. He literally had cancer, he died. And they said they swore to him that they would finish the work he started. And you know what they did? They didn't. They fucking didn't. And now that company's gone, and they're never going to finish it. So, fuck, THQ Nordic, or whatever they're called now. They really screwed with that.
Once you've got her, bring her straight to us.
Fuck you.
Imagine being a bail bondsman and seeing your target captured on the news with a railgun aimed at them. Surely it must just be normal to these people now. Like, we've been flying around on bikes for years now. Surely it must just be a normal everyday life to them. That's why they don't give a shit that when we drive around in tanks, they just watch us, because they know that's life in their city. You'd think by now the US federal government would come in and like do something. Nope. No one gives a shit. You could never get into Saints Row at all. That's fair. Some games you just can't get into. Yeah, I guess you know, they really probably don't mind because we're probably killing all the people they don't want around anyway, so they probably don't give a shit, to be honest with you. The amount of like political opponents we've killed with many different sides is insane, so they probably don't give a shit. As long as they don't step foot into the city, they won't die, so it's fine. They'll just literally never come here. As long as no one ever comes here, anyone important, they will never die, so it's fine. Because we never leave the city, so it's fine.
Crazy fuck.
This is our playground. As long as you don't come to our playground, you'll never get hurt. Except for El Rubio. He's the only one that we've ever gone out of our way to go and hurt outside of our playground. Alright. You're in my playground, bitch.
Do you want to get slapped?
Oh.
Wants to hear it.
You can slap me if you want. Good luck to that. Good luck to you, because it'll be the last slap you ever do. So I've got to do 4 more bounties. I've got to get 4. But they're not appearing on the thing as much now, so that's annoying. And I also need to get another $2.5 million from securing and eliminating bounty targets. Great. Lovely. I think we probably rob him like 6 times. I like to think that we do it 1 per strategy, like, because he would obviously he would figure it out after the first time, right? If you rob him through the, you know, with a submarine, he probably figures out after that. Probably puts mines down. He probably realizes after the, using a helicopter, he puts more air defenses. So then we use the really big plane that flies too high, and then he gets more air defenses. And then we come in on a boat, and then he puts up like more machine gunners and stuff. And then, so I imagine how many different ways in. I think there's 6. So Yeah, after that, he probably figures it out and he's like locked down. That's why we don't probably go after him after that. He's probably locked down the island. Like, if we went back to the island GTA 6, it's probably like a fortress now. If we went back to the island now, it's probably just like pure fucking concrete, search towers everywhere, you know, anti-air, anti-boats, you know, mines everywhere. Everything is probably, you know, everyone's probably walking around with jug armor on. You know, yeah, thermal cameras, you know, special AI detecting cameras. They probably locked in.
This guy, woo boy,
That place is probably hell now.
On a second-degree murder charge.
Yeah, if we go back in GTA 6, oh
Something
my
of a
god, it's
legend
probably
back in his day,
pure
but
death.
Now he's running bad steroids around town. Got serious monster muscle. No wonder no one.
It'll be like in Just Cause 2. You fly over the island
You'll be fine.
in GTA 6, and you just your plane just shuts off, and then it's because you used an EMP. He's EMP'd your plane shuts off, you crash land on the island, and then you can't get off. It's like a fucking prison. It's like a fucking prison. You can't get out. You're just stuck on this island. You know, Jason or Lucia, whichever one decides to go there. And the other one's like, well, what happened to Jason? Where's Jason? Or where's Lucia? Who knows? They're just stuck on this island for like 3 years. They're stuck on this island. Hard labor. And it's nothing even to do with them. It's nothing even to do with Lucia and Jason. It's because of us and GTA 5 robbing the place so much. And then Lucia and Jason end up on this fucking island in the Caribbean. That'd be hilarious. Locked up by El Rubio. And then they're like, why you locked me up? And El Rubio's like, oh yeah, because some Don kept robbing me like 5 years ago. Some Don started robbing me and he's robbed me like 6 times. I actually would like that a lot. I actually would like that a lot. I don't know. That'd be really funny.
Okay, Brock Thompson should be in a convoy moving his steroids through the city.
Brock Thompson.
Jammers I just tagged, so we can track 'em
The
down.
only Brock I want to hear about is Brock from Pokemon, alright? Brock the gym leader. I don't want to hear no Brock Thompson. I just want to hear about Brock the gym leader. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give everyone their gas back. Don't worry. No, everyone will get their gas back when I eventually do the process, but it won't be for months at this rate.
All the cops are too terrified to go near him. Then that's where we come in.
Hostiles down! Hostiles been shot! Surrender!
That's one of them.
Reload! Hit the deck!
You get the coordinates I just sent you? Some shady shit going on down there. Big weapons trading and stuff like that. I guarantee they got something big enough to stop a convoy.
Once all the commands and stuff have been implemented and all the behind the scenes stuff have been implemented and it all works and no one has to worry about their gas getting you know, disappearing into the abyss, then yeah, then everyone will get their gas back. I'll go through it all myself manually and just yeah. How far along am I? I haven't progressed at all since last week. So a lot of the honor system is implemented. That works. I just need to actually implement it into the commands now. So, for example, the fight command and all that. But I've not worked on it since last time. Like last week, I wasn't on my PC at all, pretty much, for most of the week. And the only time I was on my PC was when I was streaming.
I wasn't sneaking or nothing, but you got an EMP launcher, right? You can use that to stop the convoy. Hell yeah, we got the convoy location. Now we got a couple options here, Parker. You want to find a spot with a good view, plan ourselves a little ambush? Mowing them down head on is always a solid option too. So
Yeah, we'll ambush them. Why not?
trained to the art of baiting folks into the dirt. You got a lot of firepower, I'm sure, but just thought I'd remind you that little tidbit.
Yeah, let's ambush them. Why not? Why not do that? Okay. Oh, they even have... How convenient. How convenient, huh? There you go. But no, I've been wanting to work on it. It's just, yeah, time has not been on my side this last couple of weeks. There's always something that needs to be done, something that is, in my opinion, unnecessary, but other people think is necessary, so I need to do those things first. Those things will take priority, and then...
If that convoy makes it to the drop-off, you'll be dealing
And then
with
I have to
white
sleep,
rock.
and...
There's like an army of his roided out
So,
clones
like,
waiting on
free
us.
time in the evenings is low. It's like, I'll get in, like, later. So if I'm seeing Rebecca that day, I won't get until, like, 10, 11-ish at the earliest. Which means that I'm pretty tired at that point. And then if I've not seen Rebecca, I'm usually busy doing things until, like, 10 anyway. So... yeah. It's not great. Not great at the moment. I wish it was like, I mean, I kind of miss the COVID days. COVID days, you just had so much time on your hands. If I know, I mean, actually, I knew about this bot back then, but it wasn't anywhere near as feature complete. So I was going to say, if I knew about this bot back in COVID, I would have spent my COVID days doing this bot, but it wasn't, it was, I remember this bot now, back in COVID, and it was so bare bones in comparison to now. They really revitalized it in the last couple of years. I would love to have done it then, but yeah, I do miss COVID days. I can't lie, though. They were great for getting things done.
Okay, let's stop this thing. What are you feeling? A blockade? Or will you just shoot the ever-loving shit out of it? Man, I love bounty hunting. Looks
No.
like we stopped. Think Brock's...
This Don.
Go! Get him!
Ah, shit. He's got bodyguards. He's got bodyguards.
Go get him!
But yeah, rest assured, once I have done everything I need, yeah, I will reinstate everyone's money. And then I will
Get him back to the office sooner rather than later.
add some stuff for people to spend money on,
You're on the top of my list, bitch.
like the sound effects. I've got a really good idea for the sound effects I can do with this bot that I could never do with the old one, so I'm really excited for that.
Frenzy on my hands, asshole. And you about to piss off every oiled up Jim Crow in the city. I'm not built for prison, man.
I just wish there was more time in the day, you know, like, I would like there to be more time, but then I was thinking, well, if there was more time in the day, you would just be expected to work more, you know? They'd be like, oh, well, since, you know, let's say if there was 30 hours in a day, yeah, that 8-hour workday is going to suddenly become a 12-hour workday. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Lovely white screen of death. See what's on the Fortnite store this week or this day.
Coming for you.
Absolute shite.
Shut the hell up.
Absolute shite. Well, I was already expecting disappointment, and yes, they disappointed me. I got so quiet that you refresh. I had nothing. I was just like looking at the screen. I don't know. I was so mesmerized by it. All right, so I'm just reading this quickly. So apparently, so apparently OBS updated with multiple canvas support for their web sockets in the latest version of OBS, which is a lot of potential options for my. There's a lot of potential options with that for the bot. Actually, thinking about it, see, I didn't think about that. There's a lot of potential here. Thank you, OBS. Something good for once. Instead of whatever they did with the audio. I hate what they did with the audio. I'm not gonna lie. It's made like managing the stream way more work when I'm like switching between when I'm switching between scenes. I've got to do a lot more work now. I've got to like mute, unmute 2 times as much as before because of the changes with the way that audio monitoring is done. So I can't just mute the game anymore, and then I can't hear it, and people on the stream can't hear it. I've got to do it myself, so that's a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna like having to do that twice as much work now. But I do like the idea of having mobile WebSockets, like for mobile canvases per WebSocket. So that means that you can do a lot more with things in the background and other. There's a lot of potential with that. Having multiple canvases, so I could have like a separate canvas for when I'm in like, see, I could design it so that when I'm in video, when I'm in the actual game itself, it has like the standard default style. But then when I'm in, you say the starting screen or the ending screen, obviously, I might not want it to look that way. I might want it to look different to fit with the design of those screens, and I can do that now. So there are some good changes to OBS, I will say that. Right, let me go and do some selling, and that'll probably be it. It'll be a short stream today. And actually, I can't lie, I do want to kind of work on the bot a bit, so I might, yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream a bit early once I've done these sales, and then I can go work on the bot a bit. I think that will be a nice. I've been meaning to work on it for about 2 or 3 days now. I've been meaning to work on it, and I think, yeah, I might as well do it. So it's 1 o'clock right now, so if let's say if I sell within the next 20 minutes, that, yeah, 1:30, I could work on the bot for about an hour and a half, 3-ish, and then that'll be that. That's enough sleep for me. That gets me about a 5-hour sleep. That can work. I slept like crazy during the weekend, so I'm quite topped up at the moment. At some point, I won't be able to do it anymore. When I get to, I'm gonna probably say when I hit 35, I'm gonna make a rule for myself. When I hit 35, I'm gonna start sleeping properly. That gives me another year or another couple of years. GTA 6. That gives me a few years with GTA 6 to stay up late, enjoy the fuck out of it. And then, yeah, when I hit 35, I'm going to make that rule for myself that I'm no longer going to stay up that late. I'm going to make sure I'm in bed by 1 every night. Every single night by 1. And probably even earlier than that. Probably midnight. How long have I said that? Since I started streaming back in 2018. So, yeah, many years. Many years. But I'm feeling it now. Like when I first started streaming, I was what, mid-20s? Well, early to mid-20s. I guess 24, I think, something like that. I felt way better. Like I felt so good back then, and I don't know, like the last couple of years, I don't know, it's really hit me. I've noticed it. I really do feel it now, where I feel really I feel like fucked up for at least a couple days after I don't sleep very well. and that compounds every day. Whereas before it would typically be fine after like maybe 6 hours I'd feel alright, but and the thing is, I've also noticed I need caffeine now, whereas I never needed caffeine back then. I didn't drink coffee or any caffeine until recently, but I've really noticed it where if I don't have any caffeine, I will not wake the fuck up. Like, properly. Like, I'll be awake, but I won't be awake, if you know what I mean? Like, I'll be like in an autopilot. Where I'm not really there, but I am. So I need coffee now or caffeine to get myself like to the point where I'm actually awake and aware. And ideally I don't want to have caffeine, ideally. Because I've mentioned it before, right? I have arthritis, or I suspected I had arthritis, right? Well, I went to a doctor, I went to an actual, you know, professional consultant, not just a GP, a consultant, and they highly suspect I have arthritis as well. Great, lovely, just what you want when you're 31 is arthritis, lovely. So, as you know, you may know or not know, arthritis gets worse. It doesn't get any better. You can never improve arthritis, at least with the technology and the medication we have now. So I might need to have medication for it. I don't know how many of you know about the effects and the requirements of arthritis medication. It's not fun. You can't drink. Fine, I don't drink anyway. And caffeine, you're not really supposed to have caffeine. And if you do, it's supposed to be very little. Like, maybe... They say 180 milligrams is like, you know, the most you should really have a day, which... Yeah, you can get... That's not too bad, but yeah, like a large coffee already exceeds that. So... Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun at all, from what I've gleaned from what I've been given. So yeah, that's fun. That's really, really enjoyable. So I want to get off caffeine again. I want to get back off it, and that means obviously sleep will be more important. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely feeling my age, and so what I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna have to, yeah, at some point I did say I'll give it until GTA 6. It doesn't help, Lewis, is that I said for all those years I'll give it until GTA 6 comes out, and I'll do it sometime after GTA 6 comes out. I'll stop staying up really late and actually get some proper sleep in every night. Well, the issue is that GTA 6 has managed to go bad. That's not my fault, that's GTA 6's fault. Because, like, I thought GTA 6, we all thought back in the day, GTA 6 surely, right? Surely it'll be an early next-gen game, right? Surely we all thought, oh, you know, maybe 2021, 2022. Bro, we're in 2026 and they still haven't dropped it yet. So, you know, give me some slack here, you know. That's Rockstar's fault. Rockstar's the one that's keeping me not sleeping. So, yeah, I'm gonna give GTA 6 a little bit of time, and then I'm going to start making it a rule for myself where I will have to start actually sleeping. So that will affect the stream. I have no idea how yet, but that will affect the stream. But, yeah, that's just how it is. Especially if I can't have caffeine. Because I'm going to be so screwed. Again, never needed it until about 2 years ago. And then, yeah, when I hit about 30 and that was it, I needed caffeine, but... Yeah, if I can't have caffeine anymore, fuck, I'll need it, so I'll need to sleep. So that's how it's gonna have to be. But that's Rockstar's fault. I'm just gonna say that's Rockstar's fault. They should have released the game years ago. But hey, what can you do? But yeah, anyway, so kind of the point of the story is, yeah, don't be born with bad genetics. don't be born with bad genetics that will give you arthritis at the age of 31. Yeah, love that. All my family has it. All my family has arthritis, but most of them started showing in their 50s and 60s. But I'm the lucky one that gets it at 30 something. Yeah. So that's great. That's really, really fun. That's part of the reason I've not really been in the mood much. Is again, I've been dealing with all the health stuff, and yeah, that's why I don't play Fortnite. Reduce the likelihood of it getting worse, but yeah, that's one of the reasons I kind of step back a bit. I only really play single player stuff now and GTA Online because it's the two things. Like GTA Online doesn't hurt my finger that much, and then single player games I can always play at my own pace, so I can kind of turn down the difficulty if it's making my finger hurt or whatever. So I can't do that with games like Fortnite. It's just not doable. So got the hairline genetics, but the arthritis, well, not even middle age. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's really, really frustrating. It really is frustrating to have that, you know, because obviously, you know, no one wants to get something like that when they're young, and it's only early on at the moment, so it's not like the majority of my joints. It's only at the moment my wrist and my finger. But my worry is, of course, is that if I don't treat it, it will get worse, right? So yeah, it's just one of those things where I need to treat it, and so that means that, yeah, I'm going to have medication that is not fun to have. Also, you get to have the great fun of having weekly blood tests. Yeah, that's a great thing to have, weekly blood tests. Can't wait for that. But no, it's just life, isn't it? So yeah, it's shit. It is shit, I will say that, you know, but you know, what can you do? So no alcohol, so don't expect any drinking streams. I know some people have said in the past that they enjoyed it when I've been drunk on stream before. Yeah, don't expect any drinking streams. It's so, you know, especially considering that it adds all the rigmarole of having to, like, you know, get time to kind of like let people know that you're gonna be late that day, or you'll be, you know, staying late that day, having to like make up for the fact you were maybe about half an hour late or whatever. It's fucking annoying, so can't wait for that. You're not sure if you ever witnessed one. It was long ago. There was a few streams I had where I'd been out that day drinking with some friends. I'd been out like, you know, I'd been out with my friends on like for a meal, and we've had a few drinks. And because I don't drink very much, I get drunk much quicker, obviously, than people that drink a lot. So yeah, it doesn't take a lot of drink for me to get drunk. I've never been like blackout drunk, but I definitely will get. I'll get drunk to the point where I'm like a little. I guess it's like, I don't know. It's one of those drunks where you're happy, you're having a good time. You know, you're a little bit less reserved. You know, you're a little bit more kind of, you know, maybe a bit more vocal. You know, that kind of level of drunk. I've never been like blackout drunk or anything. They were funny, yeah. There's been a few really good streams when I've been either drunk or I've been on medication. So there was a few streams where there was a stream I had. I think I streamed after I had surgery and I had anesthetic, and I came back and I streamed, and that was fun. That was a fun stream. And then I remember having after my COVID jabs where they fucked me up so bad, one of them in particular made me loopy as shit. I fucking love that jab. Fucking Moderna, man. Moderna jabs, man. Them shits were fucking nuts. I'll never forget that. The first one out of that fucking knocked me on my ass. I remember I was so loopy. And I remember streaming and it was like, we were doing that level in, or was it my second one that happened? I can't remember. It was one of the two. I can't remember which one it was, first or second. And I remember doing that. It takes two. And there's like a level where you're in a clock tower, and it's just fucking trippy as shit when you're not like. I was like fucking loopy as shit doing this like clock tower thing, and all this like there was like clocks flying around. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I was so out of it. That was great. So that was a great one. And then yeah, there was a few drunk ones where I'd either had alcohol when I was out and came home, or I had some alcohol at home. But yeah, there won't be any more of those because I won't be able to drink at all. Because it can damage your liver. These tablets, they can damage your liver. So they recommend that you don't drink at all. Because obviously if you're drinking, your liver's already working to solve that, and then obviously if you you start having these tablets, fucking hell, double up on your liver. So yeah, I won't be doing any of those. What are we doing? Selling mutt. Yeah, it is rough. It is rough. It's one of those things that you just, yeah. Not to mention the other side effects. There's many side effects. There was more side effects than I think than like it interacts with a bunch of other medication too. So if I ever need other medication, I've got to like have it all checked. Great, lovely, fucking love that. Yeah, it's a real shit thing, arthritis. I don't know. It's a real shit fucking thing. So yeah, I think a lot of people kind of make out that arthritis is just like, oh, you know, you're just sore or something. It's like, no, it's like, I've watched like multiple family members of mine of various different ages have arthritis, and it is, yeah, older ones especially, and it's a real struggle, and people just assume a lot of times it's just an age thing, like you get old and you can't move as well. And I'm like, no, this shit ain't the same. Like, this shit is bad. Because of the inflammation that you get, it wears away all the cartilage and all that on your joints. So eventually your joints become really, really weak. And yeah, it's, you know, you have that on your knees, you have that on your hips. You know, your hips, your knees, your you know, even your back have it. Your wrists, your hands, your fingers, you know, all that can have it. And fucking hell, is it not fun? And I'm sitting here like, 31. Yeah, I'd rather not hit 50 and I've got no joints left, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it, but shit. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I've not really been into it recently. That's one of the reasons I've been busy, is because I've been dealing with all that, dealing with the, you know, appointments and stuff, and then not just not really feeling like playing. I don't know, like it's one of those things where when you're thinking about this shit, it's on your mind because you're thinking, fuck, like that's a lifestyle change right there. That's a proper lifestyle change. It does sit in your mind a lot, and so you don't really feel like doing anything. Like, so gaming has just not been on my my radar, to be honest with you. Same with, I remember I just, like, the last week I've just been like, fuck, I can't be bothered to do anything. Like, I literally would just get in bed after coming home from Rebecca's. I would literally just get in bed. I'm like, yeah, it's not fun, but no, I'm glad that, like, well, I'm not glad. I mean, obviously, I don't want other people to go through health issues, but I'm glad that, like, other people can, like, kind of resonate with that and understand, like, you know, just how it is sometimes, you know. But yeah, it's just been a lot this last few months, hasn't it? You know, like, we had the whole thing with AF, like, fucking January, and then February I had to help a relative with something to do with their health, funny enough. Had to help them get what they needed, and then March, yeah, has been my health. So yeah, that's been great. That's been real fucking great. So 3 months now, and then there's stuff coming up next month, and then there's stuff coming up in May. So every month of this year, as far as I'm aware, is gonna have something. So every month is gonna be a fucking trial at this point. Yeah, it doesn't stop, exactly. It's just, I don't know, I miss it was a couple years ago, bro. A couple years ago, everything was calm. Like, COVID times for me was great because there was, like, nothing going on. I loved it. It was brilliant. I didn't have to worry about anything. I had no worries during COVID. That was great. And then, like, after COVID, it did get a little bit more busy again, but then, like, it was still calm for the most part. Like, it was still chill. Like, I didn't have to think about other people's stuff that much. Rebecca had a few things going on with her health last year, but that was like, last year we had to deal with some stuff there, and that was not fun. But for the most part, it was, you know, we got, you know, that was quite quick, and got through that, and that was like the occasional thing there. I think Rebecca's probably more stressed in general because of her work. Her work is awful. It's such a stressful job. But I've been quite calm for the most part. But yeah, this year's changed. This year's like where I'm now the more stressed one. Rebecca was the more stressed one last year. Now I'm more stressed. Although saying that, her job doesn't get any better when it comes to stress, so she probably will end up being more stressed again in the next year. But yeah, so that's why, you know, that's part of the reason why, you know, if I'm not streaming or anything, you know, it's, yeah, I'm just dealing with some stuff. Sometimes it is just very it's just very time consuming and very mind consuming, I guess, because obviously it's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of, you know, you're having to think about stuff and how you're gonna deal with stuff. And I guess, you know, you have to look at the silver lining. It could be worse. It could be something like cancer, you know, touch wood. I mean, you know, you never know with these things, but you know, it could be worse. You have to look at, you know, you gotta look at the bright side and stuff. You know, there's always something worse it could be. You know, we should be grateful for, you know, we should be grateful what we have in comparison to what could be, but it still hits you, you know, it still hits your mind, you know. So it is what it is. It is what it is. This is why I just don't need this shit with AF. So I'm glad that like it's pretty much dealt with now. I do need to message him back about some things, but for the most part, I just wanted to be calm because I don't need extra shit. I want, you know, part of the reason I want 2026 to be a calm year in the build up to GTA 6. I don't need any extra shit to deal with, especially stupid shit like that. So like that shit would be fine during COVID because it was like nothing else going on, so I wouldn't have cared that much. I mean, it would still be annoying, but I mean, at least in COVID, it's like, well, I got nothing else to deal with. But yeah, at the moment, I don't need that shit. So I'm hopeful when he comes back in however many months it is, it will be all good. I hope what he says is true. I hope what he says is true. He's told me that it will be the case. I hope he does stick to that. Nah, it's all good, Lewis. Don't worry, bro. Like honestly, like it is water under the bridge, you know, like I hope that, yeah, like I know that with you, I know that you know, you didn't mean to go and like cause such a thing. I know exactly what you mean, like when you were talking about it to me before, like I know exactly what you mean about how it used to be with all of us, where we would just make, you know, we would all have stupid like alt accounts that we would fuck with each other, you know, it was just how it was. So I know exactly what you mean with that. So I know that like with you it was not meant in a way that was actually like, you know, what it was. And I hope that what AF's told me is truth. I hope what he's told me, because he did send me something I have read. I haven't replied, but I have read it. And I hope that what he said is true. And I hope that he, you know, he does make the actions that will allow it to actually move on from that. So in that case, yeah, hopefully it will be good. Once his time runs out, hopefully it will be good and we can have a nice calm rest of the year. So I also hope that Brassy will also not push it too much as well, because I know that he likes to troll a bit with his stuff with JB and AF, and I hope he won't push it too much, because I can't lie, I've not got a lot of patience at the moment, and I know that everyone else doesn't have any patience either, so I would hope that he would not push it too far on that. Yeah, I hope he does. I hope that AF learns, and I think it's possible. I do think that he can learn. I hope he does. I hope he does. You know, he's told me what he's going to do. I hope he sticks by what he said. I don't know. I don't know if he's watching now. I don't know if he'll watch later, because I know that, you know, he might listen to the stream sometimes. I don't know if he hears this shit. I hope, you know, stick by what you say you're gonna do, and hopefully if you can do that, bro, then cool, it'll be cool. But we need to see the actions. I know that Dean has said the same thing. He's like, well, I need to see the actions, not the words. So if you can stick by the actions to it, then it'll be good. What bait was he laying earlier? It was just bringing up, like, JB a lot, you know, like, oh, we gotta bring him back, and then, like, no, we don't need to bring him back, and, you know, he need to be taken out, and then, like, AF, you know, this, and, you know, it's just, he just likes to troll a little bit, which, again, I think some people are more tired of than others. You know, I know that some people are very tired of it. I'll say that. I will say that. Sold that. What else do I need to sell? Oh, nightclub, of course. Something to do with Caitlyn. Oh yeah, you mentioned that thing about Caitlyn as well, like, you wanting her to tell a story, but of course, she doesn't have to say a story, of course. I don't want her to ever feel that she has to. Yeah, I hope that he'll also be calm about it eventually, but I know that there's a lot more I know that Dean doesn't have any patience left, and I know that Rebecca certainly has no patience left. She's got absolutely zero patience for any of this shit. And I know that Joe's kind of like similar to Dean. He's like, he's got no time for it. So yeah, from what we've discussed, from what I understand, that they are willing to hear. They're willing to see how AF will be. They're willing. They're not like. They're not done, but they are like. If AF fucks around, yeah, again, that's, you know, that's it. He's out. He's done. So he needs to. I hope he understands that, like, he cannot fuck around again. Like, this is. They are all. Everyone was saying the same thing. Everyone was like, yeah, look, I haven't got time for this. Dean's like, I haven't got time for this. Joe's like, yeah, I haven't got time for this either. Everyone was saying the same stuff. Like, you know, AF needs to not fuck around, and that's that. But as for you, Lewis, everyone's calm. Kasiga, everyone's calm as well. No one's got any issues with Kasiga. He's just, you know, Kasiga's been in since he's been in both the server and on the stream, doing what Kasiga does best, which is the most random shit. But he's been calm, so yeah. AF is the one that everyone's concerned about a little bit, but I mean, Brassy's the one where, like, people are like, he needs to not be fucking around. He needs to also not be fucking around, because yeah, there's not a lot of patience left. So as for, yeah, no, it's honestly, honestly, Lewis, like, from what everyone said, everyone said the same thing. Like, from what I've talked about with them, like, everyone said the same thing. Like, you know, everyone understands, like, where, you know, the timeline now of, like, where it all kind of, you know, really got crazy was after the switch to Instagram was when it all got crazy. So everyone understands the timeline, and everyone understands, like, why, you know, where it went way too far. So everyone's fine. I'm just gonna warn people as well. Like, if something's getting a bit sticky, I'm just gonna warn people. Like, how like, let's say everyone else is like all the moderators are feeling. So, if you're not being warned about anything, you're calm. Like, if no one's warned you or anything, you're calm. So yeah, I will say Brassy's pushing it. He's getting close to the first official warning. You know, he's getting to that point of the first official warning. AF can't get a warning because AF is not here at the moment. He can't get a warning, so he's not. He might not be the first official warning. A lot of people thought he would be, but no, he's probably not. But Brassy's on the first in the official warning potentially if he's not careful, if he doesn't calm down about some of the stuff he's doing. You've chilled with the sly digs, yeah. No, I mean, hey, I've noticed it, you know. We all want to be chill. Hopefully, I mean, I think most of us want to be chill. I think there might be some that don't, but I'm pretty sure, like, we all want to be, for the most part, like 90% of us just want to be chill and not worry about, you know, stupid shit. Yeah, he does like testing the waters. He likes to see what level he can push, you know. It was a little tempting when Dean was asking the point of watching sports in a film where you can just watch sports, though. I'm gonna be real. Like, I was half tempted to just troll him a bit with that one as well, but I get what Dean was saying, though. I just know Dean's like how Dean thinks. You know, he's very particular with his stuff, and I know exactly what he was thinking. Like, to him, sports is just like the ultimate form of like sports like stuff. You know, like a great story is something, but yeah, to him, he likes that he likes the I guess it's similar to someone saying you know, like, why watch Game of Thrones or something, or like a historical related film when you can just read history, because history's got a lot of great real life moments to it, and I can understand that. Yeah, it's just how Dean thinks, I guess. It's just how he is. You talk about movies the way a child talks about veggies, Batrat. Yeah, probably for the best. Probably for the best. I mean, Dean probably would take it in good, you know, he probably would just be like, yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, the thing about Dean is he knows that he's not like, I suppose you could say, like, super cultured about films. Like, he knows that. He'll always be the first to admit that he doesn't really know anything about films, and it's not really for him. He has a very set criteria of what he enjoys. And then if it's not that, you know, he just doesn't see the point. But he knows, at least that's the thing about Dean, at least he knows that he's not like super cultured when it comes to stuff like that. It'd be worse if he was someone who was like really into, like really cultured in films and started saying, yeah, no, sports films suck, you know? Why? Oh, just because they suck. Why? You know, then I can understand, yeah. But I think with Dean, he's just not his thing. You'd rather talk about that, about them more than all those people that got into the Timothy ballet drama. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of people out there just getting stuff like that just because they want to like cause issues and drama. Dean is real. Like, the thing about Dean is he's very real. He's very down to earth when it comes to stuff. He's very vocal about what he doesn't like, and he's very consistent about it. He doesn't like, if he doesn't like something, he's very truthful about it. Like with the Ocean's 11, like, he was very truthful, even though I thought he would like the Ocean's 11 stuff, but he was very honest. It's not for him. It's too slow for him. And whereas, like, for me, it's like exactly what I like about it. I love that slow build up to that really big finale. Whereas, like, Dean's like, yeah, I don't like that. I want to just see the action. That's Dean. That's Dean. So, but he's honest about it, even though he knows that I like the series. He's like, not for me. Yeah, he's very he just says it exactly how he feels. Like when he was upset about everything that happened with AF, he was very vocal about it because that's how he felt in the moment. He was very vocal about how he felt, and he was very honest about it. And then later on, he said to me, he's like, I don't know if I should say it like that, and I was like, nah, I get what you mean, bro. Like I get why you said it. You know, you were, you know, obviously it's very real at the time. And then he'll stop and he'll think about it, and you know he'll be like, yeah, okay. But he's very in the moment. You know, he'll say what he feels like, what he feels in the moment. But it is nice because you can get a brutal honesty from Dean. You know, you don't have to worry about him bullshitting you to make you happy. You know, if you get a brutal honesty about it. If he's not happy about something, he'll say it. It's one of the reasons why I wanted him as a mod, because I was like, well, that's exactly what I need. I need someone who can just say straight, you know, like, yeah, I don't like that, or I don't like what he's saying, or I don't like how he's acting. You know, that's exactly what I want. Someone who can just be straight to the point, like, yeah, I don't like that. That will really help with a lot of stuff, I think. It also just helps because you get a good variety of like feedback that way. Because like if I share, let's say for example, if something pops up and I need to share it with them, like during everything that happened, it was good because it meant that like you had a good variety of some people are more like Dean is very straight to the point, like very straight. Like if something's not looking good, he doesn't like the way it looks, it sounds, he'll straight up say that. And then you'll have Rebecca, who, depending on the situation, she admits she could be very biased. So she is a bit biased, I won't lie, but Dean is very good at just being like straight to the point what he feels. And then Joe's good because Joe will read it. Joe will read what I've said or what anyone said, and he'll like really sit down and contemplate it. And then he'll like write back, like a couple days later, he'll write back and say like, you know, whether he agrees or disagrees. Which is, yeah, again, another reason I like to have that variety. Yassine's there as well. Yassine's not a mod, but he's there because he's always been, you know, he's always been him, you know. Yassine is just, you can talk to Yassine about pretty much anything and he'll really, you know, he'll really think it. He'll really deep it, and so he's there as well. And he doesn't come by as much. You only see him maybe once a week. But if there's something that's happened like big, like he's like writing it and he's reading it, making sure he's got what's going down. He knows what's going down, and then he puts his input in. So yeah, he's really good too. So it is a good mod team. Like I definitely think it's a solid mod team. You know, it really is a great selection of people. India Wood, I've already done her. Fuck, I've already done all these dons. But yeah, I'm glad about that, so. Fuck you, Ricky G. But yeah, I don't know, I think it's a good team, so. We have been talking about some stuff recently, and it's been productive, so we just need to actually get the mod guidelines set, because obviously at the moment we've not done that. I've not had time to do that because I've been doing this. I've been doing the bot. I've been doing the stream. I've been doing the fucking the next, you know, the GTA 3 intro that we have. We've got the next one coming. Lewis, have you seen the GTA 3 intro? I can't remember if you ever saw it in the end. Used to be a mod for a server with the with 20,000 members or so, and that shit was, yeah, it's, I'm glad we're not that level of size. I couldn't imagine how shit that would be. Can't imagine. You haven't seen it. What, you haven't seen the stream intro yet, the GTA 3 stream intro. You really haven't seen that? Oh, that's crazy. Damn.
You heard from Ma lately?
Shh, Molly, shush. Stop yapping. Stop yapping! Jesus Christ, this bitch. Look, keep your mouth closed. I don't like you. What the fuck are you doing? Weird lady. Alright, I'm gonna show it then. I'm gonna show Lewis it then. No, okay, I'll show you, bro. I'll show you just in case you don't see it anytime soon. Let me just let me mute the capture card, and then okay, I'll show you. Watch this. I wonder what went there. I wonder whose names went in that gap. You got a shout out, yeah. Everyone who had been a regular at that point had a shout out in it. Nice. Yeah, every single person at that point in the beginning of, well, at the end of December, everyone had a shout out in it. And yeah, I had to edit it after what happened in January. I had to edit out, so, you know, AF and fucking JB, both of their names, because they were under the Foots Brothers title, and yeah, I had to edit them out. So that was fun. Oh, really? GTA 3 is your favorite? Yeah. Oh, that's a W then. That's a W. I mean, it's a great theme. Like, let's be real. I think that's the thing about GTA 3 is it's just such a classy, like, great. It's just a great theme. I don't think anyone can say it's a bad theme. So I was like, you know what? I wanted to make an introduction for the stream. So whenever I load up the stream, whenever I go into the stream, there's the intro page, and then it goes into that, and then it starts the actual, like, you know, gameplay. And my plan originally was to make multiple of them. I wanted to make a GTA 3 one, a GTA Vice City one, a San Andreas one, and so on. And I haven't had any time to do them yet, which is really frustrating. So my plan is to finish them after I finish the bot. So the bot is my first plan, my main thing, and then after that I wanted to do that. But then everything kept happening. So with AF, and then the thing that, and then one of my relatives' health issues, and I had to deal with that. And then my health issues. So every fucking week, every month has just been something. So I've not had any time to do it since the Christmas holiday. That was the last time I had a chance to do it, which is very frustrating. But yeah, I wanna do one of each, based on each game, and then with different pictures and stuff. And obviously with Vice City and San Andreas, you actually have to have video. So I need to get some videos of old, like, things that we have, like some, like, maybe some like the car shows that I've done and stuff like that. And then, yeah, just make different ones. And I want to do the same thing with GTA 6. So once GTA 6 comes out, I'll remake them with footage from everyone from GTA 6. Because I want to have, ideally, everyone in them. I want everyone to be at least in there at least once. So that one... I don't have a lot of pictures of everyone, though. That's the issue. Like, most of my pictures are of me, of Dean, Rebecca, Yassine, and some of the people from back in the day, and a bit of JB. I don't really have a lot of pictures of since COVID. I don't really have as many pictures. So that's why I'm hoping with GTA 6, I'm hoping we can get more videos and pictures so I can put like a second tier. Like, so obviously we'll keep the original ones, the PS5 GTA 5 ones, but then I want to make a GTA 6 version for, you know, and I'll keep using both versions, but I want to have like a whole nother set. So yeah, I'm hoping it is crossplay so we can all play that, and then I can get some pictures of everyone. That's my ultimate hope, is we can get like pictures and videos of everyone, and then I can have one with representing everyone, not just most of us. So yeah, that's the hope anyway. That's the plan. But no, I appreciate that you like it, bro. I'm glad that it seems to be quite well received. Most people seem to like this, so I'm hopeful to keep doing it once I have some time. I'm actually halfway through one at the moment. I started it back in December, and I figured out how to do it. Liberty City Stories one, I figured out how to do that. Because part of the making these videos is I have to like break down how they did it. Like GTA 3 is actually a bit of a pain, but I had to figure out how they did it to make it so that the image was static and then start playing when it kind of comes together. And then I figured out how to do Liberty City Stories as well, and I've done 2 images, but the problem with Liberty City Stories is it's like you need to have like 10 to 12 images. And that's why I kind of was like, well, that's a lot of time. So I was like, I'll do that in January. That never happened because obviously everything happened. But I'm hopeful to get back on that. And yeah, like, yeah, GTA 3 is a great theme. And so I'm glad. Like, I think everyone's happy with this one in particular. But I would like to get the other ones. Yeah, like, I think they're all great. And I'd love to get them all so that whenever we start streaming, there's something different. And no one will know what's going to play until, like, that day. You just beat the server you used to be in, and the owner turned into a crypto bro and insanely hard art. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, though. Like, if people boost, people will typically give them leeway and not ban them or anything. Which I think is sad. You got to be able to time and ban people for boosting as well, you know? Otherwise, you're basically beholden to the boosters, which isn't right. I still think that Discord should just let the owners buy, instead of doing boosting, why don't they just let you buy the perks? Like, I'd be happy to pay, you know, $5 or $10 for a perk. Whatever. Oh, thank you, Lewis. Yeah, I mean, hey, I really wanted to do something like that. I'd thought about it for a long time, and I just said in December, I sat down, you know, everything was looking really good at the end of last year, like everything was looking really good. There was a few things I was concerned about, but for the most part, everything was looking up last year. And then, yeah, so I was like in a good play. I was in a really good mood. Everything, you know, yeah, it was just great. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just do an intro. Wouldn't that be great to have an intro? And I remember talking to Rebecca about it. And like, oh, what should we do as an intro? I was like, well, it's a GTA stream, right? Well, why not do GTA related stuff? And why not do why not do like a bunch of GTA stuff? And then I thought, well, I'll do GTA 3. My original idea was to do GTA 3 because I like GTA 3, and I think personally it's my favorite of the intros. But so I was like that, and then I was like, well, I could do the other ones as well, right? So yeah, I will continue it at some point, and I'll get Liberty City Stories out, and then do a Vice City Stories. I know how to do it. It's just very time consuming. It's a very time consuming thing because of the way that the blocks go across the screen to kind of cover up the image. It's a lot of work on that because I got to do that all manually, each picture. Although I'm sure I can just copy and, well, actually I can't copy and paste because each time the blocks are slightly different. Does 5 have a proper intro? I don't even think so, no. I mean, I think it's just I think it's literally just the pictures that play, and that's it, and they don't really come up very long. I think GTA 4 was the last one that had an intro, and even then it's just like pictures, like black and white pictures with an image in the background. That one's hard to do. That one's really hard to do. Because I was trying to decide, do I try to make it cartoony, like make it more like a cartoon design, like GTA's cartoon design, or do I just use real images? And I was like, well, I'll stick with the real images. I don't want to start making cartoons of all the images because I'll have to use AI, and I don't want to use AI. And then I was like, well, let's just stick with real images. They'll be fine. It'll work. It'll work. They went so simple with 5, could have done stories like previous, no intro. They just, I don't know, I think that they thought, well, let's change it up a bit. I guess 6 will probably be the same. I imagine 6 won't have an intro either. It's the most open world, but it's the most drawn back, you'd say. It does feel, I get what you mean, like, it's an amazing open world, but I get what you mean that, like, everything feels more, like, in comparison to San Andreas, I don't think it's better in terms of open world than San Andreas. Like, I know which game I would rather play. If I had to replay 5 or San Andreas, I know which one I'd rather replay. And it's San Andreas. I love the variety of things you can do in the... I know it's not as in-depth. I know that, like... You know, like, I know I get that, but just stupid things like driving the train. You know, I love driving the train. I love doing the truck driving things, which I didn't even know about until years later when I went back and I was like, oh, you got to do those for 100%. You know, the random bike trials and, you know, stuff like that. You don't really get that with 5. You get like it's more structured in a way, which like a lot of 5 side content relies on other characters. You know, you know that you have the running, you know, the racing mini games, but it's that lady, and then you have the Dom mini games, and it's all stuff like that. Whereas I feel with San Andreas, I love that you just did truck driving. You know? I just like that stuff. So I feel like 5 is great, but it's definitely no San Andreas when it comes to what it is. And the problem with the map as well with this game is that the map is just really, it's way too civilized. Like, San Andreas felt like you were in the countryside. When you were in, I know you were nowhere even that distant. You weren't even that far. Like, you were right near the city no matter where you were. But being out in the countryside in San Andreas made you feel like you were stranded. Like, you were out there. You were in a weird place full of weird people. Whereas here, it's like everywhere you go here, you just don't really, you know, there's roads everywhere. Like, you can see it. Look how many roads there are. There's roads everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's roads. Roads. There's no true countryside in this game where you feel like proper away from society and civilization. You know, you look at this bit and you're like, oh, this is lovely, but it's just a big mountain. It's just a big empty mountain. Like, if this was a forest, here, if this was a deep forest with, like, little rivers and stuff that you couldn't see on the map, oh, it'd be great. But it's just a big empty fucking mountain. Yeah, I get exactly what you mean with that. Like, the problem with 5, look at this big ass road, right? Huge road, massive highway, and where does it go? It goes to that. It goes to one little town, and that's it. And then you take this big road back. Whereas, the great thing about San Andreas is you had the cities to go to. And I'm hopeful with GTA 6 we'll have the same thing with... I mean, we know there's Vice City, and we know that there's that Port... Geller or whatever it's called, Gellhorn, and it's really quite a big port. Like, from what I understand, Port Gellhorn is bigger than like 2 or 3 times the size of Paleto Bay at least. So that's great. But I hope there is another city in there, and I think there will be up in the north, because you know how there's like another state, Gloriana, is in the game. I hope that means that there's Atlanta, like whatever Atlanta would be called, and that will be up in the north in Gloriana. So we'll have like 2 cities to go between, plus the other towns, which will be a lot better than what we have in this game. But yeah, the towns in this game, you have Sandy Shores, and let's be real, Sandy Shores sucks. Sucks so bad. I hate Sandy Shores. And then there's Paleto Bay, which is pointless. Yeah, I agree. It definitely is the most like disappointing of the GTA maps for me. Like, GTA 4, don't get me wrong, GTA 4 is really small. But I love the detail they put into the city. The city in GTA 4 felt so alive. And it felt like they were trying to do something different. Like, you know, GTA San... Like, I know a lot of people thought after GTA San Andreas they would make the games bigger. But GTA 4 was bigger than San Andreas when you think about it. Not size-wise, but density. GTA 4, Liberty City was way more dense than any previous GTA city. And so, yeah, okay, maybe it didn't surpass them in terms of size, but GTA 4 surpassed them in density. But 5 just, yeah, you have this big city, but it's not really as dense as GTA 4. Like, there's only, like, say, 7 skyscrapers. The alleyways are not as well thought out. The roads are massive, they're really wide, so there's never really any, like, challenge to them. You just, yeah, and they're all straight pretty much. Yeah, I definitely think that San Andreas is GTA San Andreas is better. Don't get me wrong, I still like 5 San Andreas, but I think, yeah, GTA San Andreas is way better in terms of map. Whereas, like, I feel that GTA 4 surpassed GTA 3's Liberty City, and I imagine GTA 6 will surpass Vice City. But I feel that, like, yeah, GTA 5 is going to be the only one where the city hasn't been, where the map hasn't been surpassed. I think part of the issue with GTA 5 is the machines they were built for. Like, we have to remember, GTA 5, to be fair to it, was built for 360s and PS3s. Like, to be completely fair to them, they, you know, we have to be honest. Like, how much can they really do with those cities, with the map when they're limited by those old consoles? But yeah, GTA 6, being that it is a PS5 and Xbox Series, you know, base game, should be far larger in scale. I mean, to be fair, we haven't really experienced a GTA game since. Like, we can't even compare it to PS4 because there hasn't been a PS4 GTA game. You know, like with PS2 and Xbox Original, we had 3 games. Well, 3, and I guess on the PS2 there was another 2. And then on the PS3 and Xbox 360 there was 2 games. And then on the PS4 and Xbox One there was no GTA games. Other than a remaster, which wasn't really not really the same thing, is it? So, to be fair, we can't be too harsh. Hey West, how you doing? I definitely think they could have done more with the remasters of GTA 5. I agree. I 100% agree. But I understand it's a lot of work still. And I guess they didn't want to leave behind the PS4 versions, you know, the older PS4 and Xbox One versions. So I understand why they're the way they are. But I definitely hope with GTA 6, yeah, they pull out all the stops and go mad. I was just going through that server. You're happy that you left. Is it that bad? I'm just chilling at the moment, West. I've done those 2. I finished off all the, what are they called? Chop shop missions. I finished them off this week, and I'm just in some selling, and I'm just doing some time trials, and pretty much it then. Yeah. So it's been a pretty good night of just more career mode grind. Just grind at the moment. But yeah, Lewis, can you imagine with GTA 6, we're going to have a lot of islands to fly to. Like, we're going to have all of the Florida Keys to fly to, and then we're also going to have potentially Caribbean islands to fly to. If what the rumors and the leaks were saying, we might have some Caribbean islands to fly to. That's crazy. That's going to be a complete another experience. So at least GTA 6 will have some good stuff. Next week you'll be done with tier 4 for the chop shop. Never ever will you do them again. Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait to be where you are, because I do not want to ever do them again either. Also, the first update they decided to make Xbox One PS4 was Lowriders. I wonder if they couldn't do Lowriders on the last gen. I wonder if, well, the previous gen to that. I wonder if they couldn't do them on the PS3, and that's why they thought, ah, fuck it, we'll just drop it. One thing I like about GTA 6 is Lowriders are built in already. Oh, this is dumb. This is dumb. Okay, it was smart. Take it back. You excited for 6 though after hearing they bought 5M? I think that 6... I can see them having stuff that they've been adding to the game recently. And I can see them having some really good creator tools, which is what I'm most excited for. Like, I love the mission creator in this game. And that's another thing I've not had time to work on, is the missions. I've got so many ideas for missions that I want to make, and I never have time to work on them. I'm really annoyed that, like, I was midway through making the take JB to college mission, and then everything happened with JB, and so I can never release that now. All that work gone. All that work about, you know, making a mission, all gone along those lines. I don't think it'll ever be as, like, in-depth as 5M stuff, which is fine with me. But yeah, they'll definitely have some sort of, like, role system, I imagine. I hope it's more. I hope they have, like, skills more than anything. I want to have skills that you could develop by doing, like, things like roles. Stuff that actually changes. It's like, well, what's the point of hiring this specific person for a heist over this specific person? Like, there is none. You guys so excited for the Lowriders, and all your hopes and dreams were shattered. PS5 and series versions, to be fair, so I guess you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If they drop the PS4 and Xbox One versions now, everyone will be pissed. But then that's why we've been having such really bad DLCs the last few years, because they can't add anything really big to it. I love how they removed the Rockstar editor from the PS4 and Xbox One versions now as well, so you cannot do editor stuff on it anymore. I had to turn off on my old PS4 Pro. I had to disable the internet so that it names, and I don't want them to be deleted. I've got, like, tons of footage of, like, car shows and stuff like that, and I don't want any of it deleted until I've managed to get it off. So I had to, like, turn off the internet. Yeah, it's hard, to be fair. A lot of the cars they put in the games now are actually from GTA 6, or will be in GTA 6, so yeah, it makes sense there'd be a lot of, like, you know, overlap there. You've seen that question 6 times now. I don't know how you keep getting the same questions, because there's like tens of thousands of questions in the database. So I have no idea how you keep getting the same questions, like, over and over again. Oh, you're a dick. Yeah, you're a dick. What would you do that for? Why would you do that to me, huh? Wow. Wow. What a scumbag. I mean, yeah, it does make sense that a lot of the cars will be reused. I mean, I don't blame them at all. It's just the fact that, you know, they could go and make new models for GTA 6, but nah, they're just sticking the same models in 5, because they're like, well, fuck it, we might as well. Though personally, what I would like for them to do is stop adding vehicles and just update old ones and, like, add more, like, upgrades for them. I think it's ridiculous that we have so many cars and they all have, like, the depth of a puddle. You know, we have so many cars, and then the extent of their customization is like, you have 3 options for a mirror, and that's it. It's like, well, that's shit, you know? Like, come on, lads. You need to have more. No, like legit, I want them to have engine sounds as well, especially for electric cars. I would love it if you could customize engine sounds for electric cars. You could have like a selection of fake sounds that you can have. It's 4 AM and you're making fish and chips with garlic sauce. Why are you making fish and chips with garlic sauce at 4 AM in the morning? I thought Lewis was bad with his pork chops at midnight. I'm just glad I didn't die in that situation. Oh my god. How did I not die? Wow. Hungry and you crave them. I mean, yeah, good enough reasons. Good enough reasons, I can't lie. Well, you're still eating them. Damn, taking your time. Savoring them. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I eat fast. I eat so fast. If someone gives me a fat meal, I'll be done with it in about 5 minutes. Like, no joke. I'm terrible at it. I wolf that shit down. The amount of times that I'll get something I really like something I really, really like, and yeah, I'm like done with it in 5 minutes. It sucks. It took like an hour to make everything you wanted. Ah, okay, I guess that adds time, doesn't it? Makes sense. Just basically, is it frozen? Yeah, stick it in a pan or any oven. That's it, done. So it takes me barely any time. Whereas I guess yes, for you, especially since you know what you're doing, you're gonna be making it like actually taste good.
I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't know it was you. I'm totally on rapport with the outfit. Hey, how are things? Whatever, dude. You little shit.
Get out of my way.
That shook me up. Shit. Asshole.
An air fryer. I have an air fryer. I have a double air fryer, and then we got Rebecca an air fryer as well. And yeah, it is a great choice for us because it means that we can just cook everything very quick. But I do wish that I actually, you know, I wish I had the energy to make stuff, you know, like properly. Like, don't get me wrong. When we want to make something, we can do it. But it's just rare. Except with pizza, we'll make pizza from scratch quite a lot. That's like our one thing that we actually do make from scratch when we can is pizza, because, I mean, come on. Pizza's amazing. That's where you spend most of your time cooking. That's calm, you know, like, I do wish. If I had the time and I had the energy and I had the willpower, 100%, I would cook more, like, from scratch. But now you're craving pizza. It's my fault. That's what I do. I make people crave pizza. I talk about pizza way too much. It's the cleanup you don't like. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. The good thing is, whenever we make food, like me and Rebecca together, I typically do the cooking, and then Rebecca does the cleanup.
What was that?
And it works pretty well.
Oh, please.
Because I hate the cleanup, and Rebecca doesn't love dealing with all the numbers and the timings and stuff. Especially with pizza, because one minute too long with pizza can cause it to burn very easily. If you're making from scratch, it's so easy with pizza to burn it.
Absolutely.
When you're working with the high temperatures, so I deal with that, and she does a lot of the cleaning, and it makes it easy. Yeah, the burger and fries earlier was solid. I had burgers and fries earlier too. But they were frozen from a packet, so they were okay, but nothing crazy.
can taste the difference between $1,000.
Pizza is the best thing that Italians invented. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, this is fucked up, man.
You've got pork chops covered with herbs and spices, chopped up in some rice with sweet corn, red and white onion. Oh my god. Bro, that's a whole thing right there. Bro, with me, I'm like, look. The pork chops, that's it. I'd be like, that's enough for me. I can't be bothered anymore. Well, you have all this stuff. That's crazy. Lasagna's top tier, Italy. I like lasagna too. I do like lasagna too. I like pasta. I like pasta as well. Love pasta. I don't eat pasta very much. And lasagna I don't eat. I used to eat it a lot. I used to have lasagna every week. Every single fucking Sunday I used to have lasagna when I was a kid. And every time I would have it, I would watch Garfield. I don't know why. I just watch Garfield and have lasagna. For like a good 6 months, it was great.
Fuck me.
Great times, honestly. But I haven't had lasagna in years now. You make a banging lasagna, used to make it every second week. Ah, that's awesome. Cartoon or live action? It was the live action, the first one where, what's his name? Oh, what was his name? The Don that, you know, the Don that, from the Ghostbusters who used to phone it in. It was just a paycheck for him. It was great to take to work for the next few days. Yeah, I guess that's very true, actually. If you make stuff like that, you can take it as leftovers. That's very true. Yeah, Bill Murray, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I watched the cartoon too, but as a kid, I didn't really have a lot of access to just pick what I wanted. So, if the cartoon wasn't on, I couldn't watch it, but I had the DVD of the live-action one, so I could watch that whenever I wanted, whereas I could not watch the cartoon whenever I wanted. Yeah, I used to love that. I used to love lasagna. But I don't have it anymore, sadly. I don't really have pasta, to be honest with you. I'm not really... I don't really eat pasta anymore, in general, so... Kind of, yeah, I don't really have a chance to. You've got a chest freezer and you always overcook so you can freeze shit down and have it whenever. It's way more healthy than buying frozen food from the store, so why not? He signed on to it because the... Well, so wait, so he signed on to it because he thought it was another writer. And so he signed on to it, but then it was actually a different writer. That's funny. That's funny. Well, that does sound like a very Bill Murray thing. So I suppose, Lewis, what your ultimate goal would be in the future is to have a really nice big-ass, like, fancy kitchen, right? So you can have all the... You can cook to your heart's content. That would be the ultimate goal. You actually would use the kitchen on like a lot of these other dons that get nice kitchens and they never use them. They're just there to look at them. Oh, so he thought he was going into something written by like a really good writing duo and then it would ended up not being that. That's funny. Oh, so your ultimate goal is to have a farm and live off your land, everything homemade. I suppose you could have, we can still have a big kitchen there. You can still have a nice, really nice big kitchen on a farm. But that's a cool goal. That's very different from a lot of people's goals. A lot of people's goals are to get like, you know, to you know, get fancy cars, become rich, you know, all that shit, all the you know, usual shit. Detached house, three shades of beige house, basically, with a different shade in every room. That's what most people's dreams and goals are today. Whereas you have a goal where you want to have a farm and make everything homemade. That's awesome. Although to be fair, that's still an expensive thing to do, but still, it's a different type of wealth. Yeah, that honestly sounds calm, you know. I hope you can achieve it, bro. That sounds like a really good thing to have. I hope you can achieve it, being a little bit away from society. Especially if you can get some solar panels and stuff, and you could like have your own electricity as well. That'd be fire. You could get those massive batteries they sell now. With your solar, you could have solar panels, big ass batteries. You could then potentially even be like off the grid completely in that sense if you did it right. Because like I've looked into solar panels here, and I can get it wouldn't be enough to power the entire house, but it would I can get for about 10 grand I can get enough solar panels to power in summer anyway. Pretty much, yeah, almost the entire day. Like 10 grand with a big ass battery. So yeah, it wouldn't be enough for like a farm for my stuff anyway. So you'd probably end up paying like 20 grand, but. Yeah, you could definitely do that. You know, mate, that's fully off grid in the middle of a village. In the village too. I mean, it's a good thing to do. Like, one thing I will say that I really like about what the current government is doing is they're pushing, they're trying to get more and more people to get solar, and I love that. Like, I know they're gonna be making it. I think next year they're making it so that people below a certain threshold can get solar for free. Although it's only a very basic setup, it's not like batteries or anything, it's just solar, but that's still cool. And then I know that they're wanting to introduce loans, interest-free loans that anyone can get, I think next year, from 27 and beyond, which will allow people to buy solar panels and other, you know, things like that for the home. And they can just pay it off interest-free for like the next however many years. And I thought that's really fucking cool if that becomes accessible for everyone, because like the idea that everyone could be, you know, solar, well, almost everyone being like powered off solar would be great. That's fantastic, especially with the way the world's going with at the moment with like oil, and like, you know, the issues in where getting oil is going to be very expensive. I think having, you know, as many people as you can on solar, fucking awesome. So yeah, that's 100% something I would do. Is if I had the money, and I might, you know, with the new loan scheme when that happens, I might be tempted, because I think that'd be fucking awesome to have solar, and be completely like, yeah. No, I wouldn't be completely off the grid, because obviously I wouldn't be able to make enough on my roof for that. But yeah, it'd be great if I had land. If I had lots of land around me, I would also have solar on the ground. Then I'd have like solar on my roof and solar on the ground, and that'd be perfect. Yeah, it's not super expensive like it used to be. But nowadays, like I said, for my house and for a lot of houses, you can get for about 10 grand, you can get a nice set with a battery. And that's it, 10 grand. That's all it is, 10 grand. 10,000 pounds of the Great British pound. That's it. That's all it would cost to get about 60 to 70% of my energy usage in summer covered, and a battery. So if I had land, I would have more. And I know that they're talking about making it possible now. There's this other type of solar, which is plug and go, where you can just plug it into a plug in your house and it works. And that's being legalized as well this year. That's being regulated and legalized in the UK. So they already have it in places like Germany, about what they call balcony solar. And that'll also be good for people that live in flats, where they can, if they have a balcony, they can buy a solar panel they can just keep in the balcony, and that will then generate some energy. It won't obviously generate anywhere near what you need to live off, but it still reduce your bills. And I know it's a bit of an upfront cost, but the point is, if they last 10 years, you'll pay it off. If they last 20 years, you're up. And if they last 25, 30, some of them are looking like they're lasting, you know, 30 plus years now. So if they last 30 plus years, bro, that's a fantastic investment right there. If you can get something and you've paid it off within 10 years, and you've got another 20 years on top of that, and especially if you can sell the energy back to the grid, that's a W right there. Yeah, it's a real good investment in my opinion. So if I, 100%, if I had like land, yeah, I'd be getting proper solar all around it. But that's why so many farmers, I guess, are installing solar panels on their fields now. And things like sheep love living under them. That's the thing. Like one of my older relatives, she absolutely hates solar panels. She hates anything that's renewable because she views it. She's been fed the Daily Mail for the last like 50 years. Like good luck to her. But she hates solar panels. And I'm like, why? Like, if you put solar panels in a field, the sheep and stuff just live under them. Like, they live under them, use them as shade. The solar panels keep the grass from drying out and keep the moisture in the ground. And then the sheep eat the grass, which keeps the solar panels from being covered with grass and the grass, you know, growing too long. It's like, why the fuck would you not? If you're a farmer, why the fuck would you not have solar panels? Yeah, like, if you've got fields, fuck it, you should have solar panels in it. Yeah, you can live off it and then you can sell it back. That's a double W. Yeah, I wish it was as easy to make money in real life as it is in GTA, because yeah, I would, oh man, it would be so good. I hate that in the real world, you'll work for a whole year as a manager and you'll get less than 40 grand in the UK as a fucking manager. And like that seems like a lot of money to some people. Like to a lot of people who grew up in poverty and in low income, 40 grand seems like some magical massive number, but like it really isn't a lot down here. So it fucking sucks. It's like, bro, it's you really are set up for failure here. It's not great. Don't get me wrong, I love the UK and I love the fact that we have a great social net, but God, I wish the wages were better in this country. I'm not like, I wouldn't exchange them for high American wages if it meant like cutting all the social net up, but I would definitely like to see a bit of balance. Oh well. You'd love to be on East 20, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, you know, in Scotland, the wages are obviously a lot lower than they are down here. Living's a bit cheaper depending where you live, but yeah, the wages are a lot lower. I think the best place to live would be somewhere in the middle of England where the wages are decent, but the cost of living isn't ridiculous. Because like London is great, but fuck me, the cost of living is ridiculous. So you really in London, if you want to have a comfortable life, and I mean like if you want to have equivalent like minimum wages elsewhere in London, you need to be earning at least double. It's shit. Depending on where you live in London as well, to be fair. If you live in like the outskirts, it's not as bad, but it's still not great. You remember your first job not being even 12k a year? Yeah, it's crazy. But still, I mean, hey, at least it's 12 grand, right? At least it's better than nothing, but yeah, a lot of jobs, they underpay like mad. Like, they really should pay more. You're on 15k and that's incredible for Romania. Yeah, 15k a year is really good for Romania. Really, really good. Although I can't lie, I know that in Romania, a lot of the, especially digital goods, you get screwed really bad by digital goods. Because I remember when on Steam, there used to be multiple regions in Europe. There used to be like European East, and then European West, and European East was lower prices to compensate for the fact that, you know, Eastern Europe is a lot lower in terms of income, especially back then. But yeah, then that all dried up and kind of shit for people that, you know, if a good wage is like 15 grand, and then they're expecting you to pay like 60 bones for a fucking game, it's like, yeah, that's fucked up. I get why it's like that in the EU, but I do think it should been. I think that they should have allowed it to be lower in Eastern Europe for a little bit longer. I think it should have been like a slower process to give them, you know, to give Eastern Europe more time to catch up. I know like Poland's getting really good now. Like Poland's really catching up, but that's not all of Eastern Europe. That's, you know, there's still a lot of places in Eastern Europe where the money hasn't caught up yet. So. Yeah, minimum wage has shot up a lot in the recent years. It really has gone up, hasn't it? Like, I remember when I first finished school, minimum wage was like, for like a normal minimum wage was about, I think £7, £6-7. And now minimum wage is like what, 12.5 or something? Yeah, let's not get stuck on that. Let's not burn this engine. No. No. Okay, good. I was going to say, imagine it got stuck and I couldn't get it off. Fucking dare. Minimum wage, there's... well, 300, 350. What, per month? I imagine, yeah, per month. So would that be in a year, like... so you're looking, wait. Per year, minimum wage is what is like under $4 grand. Oh my god. That's fucked. Yeah, that's, yeah, and then you have to pay for fucking 60 quid for a game, 60 bones for a video game. No, that's diabolical. That's absolutely diabolical, I'm not gonna lie. 60 bones for a video game when minimum wage is like 350, 3 to 350. That's fucking disgusting. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, the, you know, minimum wage in the UK is shit still. But, I mean, depending on your circumstances, someone on minimum wage should be able to afford a video game. They might not be able to buy a lot of video games, but they could afford a video game here and there. Well, that's diabolical. You'd have to, like, save up for the entire year to get a video game. Yeah, now I understand why piracy is so rampant in some place of the world. I mean, yeah, when you think about how shit the wages compared to the video game cost, yeah, I can understand it. 350 is absolutely diabolical. So the average is about 1,000. Still very, very low. I actually would like to see the UK offer different minimum wages depending where you live. Like, I think that, like, it's one of the things I would like to see more is devolution. I like to see places like Scotland and Wales have their own minimum wages that would better fit what they have, and then same with, you know, different things like that, like benefits as well. I would like to see Scotland and Wales have their own benefits that are more like in line with what they feel is appropriate for that area, whereas, because like it's very different depending where you live. You know, what, you know, benefits in some places would be absolute shit, but in other places could be an absolute, you know, could be like living like a, well, maybe not luxury, but, you know, like London benefits are shit. But yeah, minimum wage as well would be beneficial in different areas. You bought a friend Forza because he didn't have time to save up. 4 months, 120 for the game. 4 months saving just to get for a video game. Nuts. That's nuts. Yeah, 1,500 seems more about right, Lewis. If it's 11, no, 12.50 now, I think. For 25 years old, anyway. I don't know what it is for younger people, but for 25, it's, I'm pretty sure it's about 12.50 now per hour. I think for 25 and above, I'm pretty sure now pre-tax minimum wage is around 22 grand a year if you work a full 40-hour job. Which again depends where you live, because if you live somewhere like London, that's not going to get you anywhere. Whereas if you live somewhere like I don't know, somewhere maybe more in the middle of England, yeah, you probably would do alright with that. Northern England, yeah, Northern England especially. If you live somewhere that's not like not Manchester, if you live somewhere that's like Northern England, 12, so it's 1221 in Northern England, you could do alright with that. Whereas I feel like in London, 1221, you're not gonna get anywhere with that. 1271 next month, yeah. Yeah, so they're about, yeah, so about, yeah, let's just say 12 and a half to be safe. Let's just say 12 and a half, easy enough. So yeah, 12 and a half per hour. But then you think like how like minimum wage has gone up, all the other wages haven't. So it's like, what's the point of going from, say, like a lower end job to like into something like management where you get like an extra quid or something?
Okay, the buy.
Like all the extra responsibility for a fucking quid. Disgusting. I see these like Americans posting adverts for managers, and it's like 100,000 a year. I'm like, what? 100,000 a year? 100,000 a year is diabolical. Free bus travel stops next year, bro. If you might end up paying all the extra money in free bus travel, in actually paying for bus travel. Yeah, you'll be paying all that in bus travel. Why is someone called Melanie trying to add me on Discord? Absolutely not. Can't wait to pay a tenner for one way, if not more. Fucking hell, that's dreadful, bro. That's dreadful. I don't even know how much it is here now because I don't really pay attention to it. But yeah, like here it's like it's about $5. It's about a $5 now for. Yeah, like basically an all-day travel anywhere you want in the city. So you can travel as much as you want anywhere in the city you want for about a $5, yeah. So that's crazy that you're paying like 12 quid to go to town, and meanwhile I'm paying like a $5 to travel around an entire city as much as I want. That doesn't include a tube, but I mean, you don't really need to take the tube unless if you want to get somewhere quick. If you don't mind sitting on a bus for a while, you can take a bus. Yeah, day tickets. But you gotta like prepay for that, right? You gotta like plan ahead, right? Whereas here you just pay in, and once it hits the max cap, it just stops charging you anymore. So I haven't even got to think about it. Like I literally just tap the Oyster, and that's it. I haven't even got to think about it. I mean, you can tap your credit card and debit card now. I still use Oyster card myself just because I prefer having a separate card. But yeah, you can just tap your Oyster card. You don't even have to think about it. You tap that. Once it hits the cap, it just caps it. Done, dusted. Did I watch the Dune trailer? I have not, no. Not yet. You can go on the bus and ask for a day ticket. Still though, like the fact that you gotta like ask for it, like you gotta like, what happens if you just want to see where the day takes you? You know what I mean? Like, what happens if you just want to see how, maybe you feel like just going out somewhere, going to a park, and then you're like, you know what, I want to go to the museum, you know, and then you go to the museum, and then you're like, maybe I want to go out to the casino, or I want to go for a meal, you know, like you can't just think like on the go. You've got to plan it ahead, you know. You got to think, I got to think ahead of time what I want to do and where I want to go. Your food has been devoured. Jeez. Fish and chips at 4 o'clock in the morning It's crazy. I think my insides would be all over the place after that. They'd be like, oh god, we have to digest this at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's a lot of digestion. 4:30 now, jeez. Bro, why is my guy running so fast? What the hell? Have they changed this? How have I not noticed? If they've changed this, how the hell have I not noticed that you can run full speed? I've been walking slow for the last, like, I've been walking slow for months. Oh my god. Oh well. You remember the days of a $5 for a day ticket? Bro, honestly, I couldn't live up there. I couldn't live up there, bro. Like, paying like however much it is for like just to go on a day trip, bro. That's crazy. I will say that's one thing I do like about London. It's expensive, but the travel is quite reasonable. Although, yeah, by European standards, yeah, it's a bit expensive by some European standards. But I mean, look, we can't always be perfect, right? We don't always get a choice. Yeah, certain zones too shit. Nah, that's not good, bro. I can't lie, that's not good. Having to pay for zones, so shit. They need to just have it tap and go, and have it so it's consistent all around the country. It's the same with the trains. I hate the fact that with trains you gotta like plan ahead and know what you want. It's not so bad with the tube because again you can just tap and go. But like if you take an overground train somewhere, if you take like a normal train, like a national rail train, you gotta like plan everything ahead. You gotta know where you're going. You gotta know like rough, you know. Yeah, I guess you can do an open return, but still, it's a pain in the ass. And what happens if you decide, nah, you know what, I don't want to go to that station now. I want to go to another station. Oh, you gotta get off the train and buy another ticket, or buy another ticket on the app. It sucks. So yeah, if everything was just tap and go and you could just tap, I'd be calm. I'd love that. Invincible Season 4, The Boys Season 5, Supergirl, Superman, Lanterns... Oh, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Lanterns, and Clayface. That is a lot of stuff. Hope people don't get fatigued. Plus, I suppose, Doomsday. Yeah, I hope people don't get fatigued by it. Oh, sorry. Don't know how that happened. Alright, let me just check this and then that'll probably be it. I stayed up a little bit longer than I was planning to, but I thought I'd get everything sold and everything done, so... Let's see if there's another one I've not done. If there is, we'll do it. If there's not, that's it. I just want to see... Star Wars Shadow Lord, Maul Shadow Lord releases next month. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. It's pretty cool. I do like anything to do with Maul. What's her name? Angel. Oh, there we go. Got a new one. All right, we're doing it. It came out with an announcement not too long ago saying the round of buses is going to be cancelled short notice because their budgets are fucked. Nah, bro, Stagecoach, I've only ever heard bad things. I've only ever heard bad things about Stagecoach and First.
Oh, this freaking woman, I swear, she's like a
absolute shit.
Bug that keeps popping up on the system.
And they can't give... No, that's fucked up, bro. I can't lie. I would absolutely riot if I didn't get a heads up on that. How can you plan ahead? How can you ever plan ahead if you don't know when the bus is coming or if it's going to come or not?
It led to the one before it. Sooner we bring her in, the better.
Are you supposed to just not know? That's so stupid. Nah, fuck that, honestly, I'd be pissed. I rely on buses so much that I'd be absolutely fucking pissed. Like, I go everywhere on the bus. Everywhere. I'd be so fucking pissed if I was like trying to go to a doctor's appointment or something, and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, yeah, we're not turning up now. Like, no, what do you mean you're not turning up? Like, I expect them to be late, sure, but not to turn up, bro. And they could give you warning, but they choose not to because of legal reasons. Okay. I love that. I love that advice. Take the earliest bus. What? So basically take the first one of the day. That's basically what it's saying. Take the first one of the day. What happens if, like, you're waiting to go home and it doesn't turn up and then you're stuck out? And then it'll just wrap up warm. Like, that's a good response. And especially because of where, like, if you're in the middle of the countryside, walking's not really an option. Like, where I am, I can walk. Like, if the bus doesn't turn up, I can just walk. So it's not a big issue. Like, you know, every street has got a pavement. It's fine. I can just walk. It may take a while, but I can get anywhere I want. But if you're in the middle of the countryside, you can't just walk. Walking through the countryside is not that safe. If there's no pavements, or if it's dark, like...
Take cover, hermano! Mama mis huevos!
Nah, that's fucked, man. That's actually so fucked. I'd be so pissed. I'd rather they just don't tell. I'd rather they just tell me, like, rather than don't tell me. You know what I mean? Like, I'd just rather they say, "Hey, look, yeah, we're not coming." 45-minute drive to town, but walking, bro. Yeah, that absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, 45-minute drive.
Oh, you piece of shit!
Yeah, that's a long walk. I'm not gonna lie.
You're too open!
Hijo de puta!
Brother's hit. You worthless piece of shit. Hit the floor! You lost, bitch?
You hate living in the city. Yeah, I guess it's like one of those things. There's a trade-off, you know. Like city. The beautiful thing about living in a city is the convenience. You know, everything you need is within walking distance usually. You know, there's usually lots of transport options. But yeah, if you live in the countryside, that's the thing, right? Like, I'm a big supporter of public transport, and I'm a big supporter of people using public transport. But I will say, in the countryside, I completely understand why people drive.
Did you get her? Hell yeah! Then bring her back here. I'll start the paperwork.
Because as much as I would love for there to be more public transport, and I'd be a big supporter of them investing massively in public transport, the problem is in the countryside is that there just can never be enough. There just isn't an option for that. In a city, it's easy enough. You can just increase the amount of buses, you can build trams, you can build subways, you can build... expensive, but you can do it. But the thing is about a countryside is you can never have enough public transport for every village. It just isn't doable. Every Friday, public transport's free where you are. What the fuck? What do they do? Do they do that to get people to go out and, like, go out to food and stuff, like to restaurants and stuff? It might be an economic stimulus, you know, to get people go out and use restaurants and cinemas and stuff like that. It boosts the local economy whilst not being too expensive for the company or for the government or whatever. Oh yeah, like, to be fair, there was a time where the whole country had train stations literally everywhere. And then yeah, during the 60s they cut a lot of the train stations because of the they couldn't justify the cost of having stations everywhere, you know. To be fair, that is partially down to the car, because as more and more people got cars, there was like a decision being made, like, well, if people have cars, why do we need public transport? So as more and more people got cars, they shut down more and more public transport. But the problem is that two issues with that. One, not everyone can drive or want to drive. I don't drive. I can't drive. And the reason I don't drive is partly because I don't want to drive, but also because where I live, it makes no sense. But also because I literally cannot see when it's bright. When I'm on the bus and the sun shut your bitch ass up. I do not want to listen to you yapping about something. Go away, annoying lady. But yeah, when I'm on the bus and it's wintertime, I cannot see. Like, legit, I cannot see. I have to close my eyes, like, for almost the whole journey, because when the sun's out, my eyes are so sensitive that I cannot see. And that means that, like, I don't want to drive because I do not want to potentially run someone over because I can't see. Even with sunglasses on, I cannot see. That's how bad it is. My eyes are so sensitive to light. So, yeah, being in a car, being behind a massive metal box that could potentially kill someone. Yeah, I'm all right. So there's that issue, but then also the other issue is that obviously the more people that drive, the more, the more traffic there is, right? And the problem is that cars are never going to be as efficient as public transport. I mean, one double-decker bus can take 60 people. If everyone has their own car, that's 60 cars. That's a lot of cars, especially because cars get bigger and wider every year. So more and more space is required. But then with a train, that could be hundreds of people, hundreds and hundreds of people, especially on like a really long train. So, yeah, I get where they were going with the idea that everyone had personal freedom to go anywhere they want, whenever they want. But the problem with that is that when you end up sitting in traffic for hours on end because everyone else is doing the same thing, it doesn't really work. So they it made sense back in the day when a small portion of the population could drive, but then now that almost everyone drives, it's like everywhere is just full of cars. You can't cross the street because all the streets are full of cars. You can't drive anywhere because the streets are full of cars. It's not fun. So yeah, I definitely think that they should have more trains and buses. I 100% agree. I agree. I think that trains should definitely, like you're saying, like trains should be the arteries and then buses should be the veins, like trains should be, the train should be taking people to the main areas and then between the main areas to sub areas. And then, yeah, then the buses should be connected and they should all be lined up so that like the buses are timed to go along with the trains. That's one of the issues I have in a lot of places is that the buses aren't lined up. And I get it's hard because traffic makes, but like trains don't really have traffic issues, buses do. So it is difficult. But I definitely think that if they coordinated it better, yeah, we could have some really good public transport, really good trains and then really good buses to connect to it. You've got like 2 buses over there. Rural areas suck. The buses you have over there, are they like ones you can step on and there's no steps? Like, are they flat when you get on them? Because I know that a lot of the buses I see in America seem to be ones where you got to like step up. You got like when you get on the bus, you got like step up mobile steps up to like the platform to walk on. Whereas in the UK, they're all like step free, where you can get on the bus and there's no climbing, there's no stairs you have to climb until like you get to the back. For like wheelchairs and stuff to get on, like wheelchairs and pushchairs. But whenever I've seen pictures of American buses, they almost always seem to have like steps. When you get on the bus, you got like walk up steps to the actual like thing. One's flat and the other has steps. That's crazy though. Like I don't think you're even allowed step ones in the UK anymore. Like I'm pretty sure that they were outlawed years ago because of the something to do with like disabilities. Like they're not allowed to do it now because of the Disability Act. I'm not sure what legislation in particular. I'm pretty sure that you're not allowed them anymore because you can't discriminate. So not allow, if you have a bus that you can't get someone with a wheelchair on would be discriminatory. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it is. It's difficult. If you know, that's the thing. Like when I build my, when I make cities and city skylines, and SimCity and all that, I always fill my cities with public transport because I'm a big fan of public transport. I love that you can get large amounts of people moving very easily with it, but it is expensive. I mean, I can understand why they're so apprehensive. It is expensive. Like when you think about, like look at Crossrail, or like the Elizabeth line, right? The Elizabeth line was built. It costed billions of pounds, right? And there was some talks about it when it was being built that they should cut back on it. And in the end, they ended up building it fully. And surprise, surprise, it's actually smashed all of the estimations for usage. In like 2 years, it's already smashed like 10 years worth of usage estimations. Because it's that popular. And loads of people at the time were saying, no, it's a waste of money because people could just use other railway options, other underground options instead nearby. But it didn't mean that people stopped using the other ones. It just meant that now there was more options. So more people started using it. People that previously would have had a drive or whatever now could decide to use the Elizabeth line. So now that multi-billion pound investment has really paid off. And it's sad because they could do the same thing for the rest of the country. You know, they could, you know, the HS2. The original intention, for anyone who doesn't know, so HS2 is a fast rail, high-speed rail line that they're building in England at the moment. And the original plan for it was that, so at the moment we have HS1, which was built, it's the Channel Tunnel, and then the high-speed train that goes to London. It goes to a station in London, and it basically it means that people from Paris and Belgium and all that, they can take fast trains that go under the channel into England, and then they can travel to London quite quickly. So it's very quick, very good system. And so the intention was that they were going to build a second leg of that called HS2, which would connect London to Birmingham to Manchester. And then there was going to be originally another idea where they were going to split, and then they were going to build HS3 eventually, and that was going to connect into Scotland. That was going to be the idea. So there would be a really fast train system that you could travel up and down the UK really quickly. So you could go from Paris. You could go from Paris to London to, you know, to Birmingham to Manchester to Scotland, and you could do it all within a day. You know, something that really would be great. Saves you having to go through airports, having to go through all the, you know, the security and stuff. Yeah, great, wonderful. Basically, that was being cut down. So now HS2 is stopping in Birmingham, which is midway through England. So what was originally going to go all the way up to, you know, the original ideas was going to go up to northern England, and then with the potential for it to be extended to Scotland, yeah, that's not happening now. And it sucks because it would have freed up a lot of the space on the local lines that are currently being used. Because people said, oh, well, there's local lines, why can't you just take a local train? Well, the capacities are max. So if HS2 is built all the way, it means that the local train network could be increased. So that means instead of having fast trains on the local networks, you could have more local trains that could take people back and forth from different towns and villages. Yeah, that all got scrapped. So by people who are too short-sighted to see the potential there. Because I know what will happen. HS2, the current bit will be finished in about 20 years, and there'll be a load of people saying, holy shit, you know, there's so much, this is such a great thing, and it, you know, look at how many people can, you know, traveling on it, and yeah, and then it'll be like, well, we should build the next part, and then it'll be like, well, if we started building it 20 years ago, it'd be finished now. But instead, it will be another 20 years. So short-sightedness always happens. The time is bedtime. Oh yeah, it is actually quite late, isn't it? I was supposed to go off, what, like 1:20? Oh, well, yapping, I guess. Well, I guess that is a perfect time to finish it, actually, thinking about it. Coming up to 3 o'clock, I think that is a perfect time to finish it. And I've done everything I need to do, so... yeah, I think that'll be it. It's been nice, though. It's been nice catching up and having a yap, so... can't really complain about that. I won't be able to do any, bot work, though, sadly. I think I'll probably just go to bed now. But, oh well, I'll work on that another day. Michael, why are you sitting in the water? That's how you know Michael's really depressed, because he's sitting outside in the fucking rain. It's been good, yeah. So, plan for the next week. Tomorrow, I might be on tomorrow, but it's not. I'm not gonna promise it, because yeah. So I don't know. I might be on tomorrow. I'm seeing Rebecca probably tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be on. But if I am, it will be late, and it will probably be GTA again. Unless if she feels like doing something else, we'll see. If not, I'll probably be on Friday. Yeah, probably Friday. That's probably the day. Friday or Saturday will probably be the days. I'll be honest. I'm not seeing Rebecca on those days. I don't think anyway. Wait, let me see. Let me check quickly before I go off. You miss it, but you never find the time to come by. Yeah, I understand, Lewis. It's hard, to be fair. Time is difficult to find. I completely sympathize with you on that one. Empathize. Yeah, whatever. You get what I mean. I'm tired. Leave me alone. My fucking brain's not working right now. Yeah. So Friday's probably the next day. I'll be on. Yeah. So I might be on tomorrow, like I said, but it'll probably be Friday. And it'll probably be GTA, unless if like maybe we'll finally do Monster Hunter. It depends on what happens and who's on and all that. It depends if Dean's on, depends if Rebecca's on, stuff like that. So if they're not on, I'll just do GTA. That's pretty much my default game now. When no one else is on or whatever, it's just go on GTA. And also the days when my arthritis is bad, I like playing GTA because it means I haven't got to like stress it. Yeah, that's it. So hopefully you all have lovely nights, and I hope you all have lovely days. Yeah, enjoy. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so enjoy Wednesday. I guess it's Wednesday now here. Enjoy Wednesday. And yeah, all that good stuff. God bless and all that. Take care. I'll see you guys later. Bye.